Oh,
See, I
PD,
always on my microphone being stupid.
I showed my friend the wallpaper. Ah, oh wait, hang on, that's why that's. I showed my friend the background image for our stream, and he was like, "What's that?" And I was like, "Oh, it's guess which one's me." And he looked at it for like a while. And he was like, "I don't know." I was like, "What do you mean you don't know?
What?
Which one's me?" And he kept looking at it. He was like, "This one." I was like, "What?" He pointed at Duckfist. I was like, "What colour's my hair?" And he's like, "Brown." So I said, "Why did you think that's me?" He said, "I don't know." What's wrong with it?
Awesome. So when you say that Sonic is recoloring the picture, you mean he's just gonna change all of our hair colors around so no one can understand who we are?
Fine. Wait, we can start the countdown without Feasel. Oh no, wait, that's...
Oh, we can?
There's a Summer Games
There
2
he
that
is.
game.
Feasel.
Yeah, we figured it fit perfectly.
It does fit perfectly. I'm just fascinated.
The only other option was Sim City.
We threw in summer, and we were like, oh yeah. And then
Yeah.
it came up Summer Games too, so you know.
Wow, we have icons for our splits too.
Oh yeah, we
Yeah,
got...
that was my cheap way of increasing the height of that window, so I wouldn't have to worry about GIFs this time.
I like that Sheepman as the filler.
Yeah,
We've been skipping the filler lately.
Real quick, I want to get feedback from people in chat to see if they can hear my voice pretty well, because every other piece of audio is just Windows volume audio. So I want to make sure you can hear me in conjunction with that. Sounds good. Alrighty.
all good. Yes, we can
Yeah,
hear.
everyone thinks
Loud
that-
and clear. Seems fine to me. Yes.
Huzzah.
So nobody wrote the same words. Oh, shut up, Mecha Richter. Get out.
I boot him, but I don't think I'm mod because Twitch chat. Yeah, I'm the only one in the chat right now. So
Yeah, it
I'm
does
the only
that.
one in the chat too.
I'm not. I can see everybody.
We're all in our isolated little bubbles.
And the only way
Yeah.
I can fix my audio, I've got it turned up as much as I can, so I just have to turn down the everything else. So you'll have to turn up your Windows volumes, every other viewer, because I'm lazy. I need 200 other people to do my job.
Yeah, Mecha, just turn bass boost on your sound card or whatever, and then we'll all come through loud and clear.
Oh, they just meant
Because that's how we sound.
Exactly.
So, Mike, I have some bad news. Since our show only allows 5 people to talk, whenever Duckfist has to speak, we're gonna boot you from the call.
Okay.
We figured that would be the only fair way to do it.
Okay.
Yeah.
But you see, I got a plan. Let's talk like this because it is obviously you, PJ. I'm looking for Feasel.
That is a good plan. You've clearly been studying.
Do we have that video of Feasel, by the way? I don't want to...
Oh, yeah.
Super Goals and Ghosts, but I think I figured it out by now. This week.
Oh man, that's perfect. I'm gonna watch the archives right when it's time for my recap and just play back that through my microphone.
So I
That's
set up
Feasel.
a big playlist in VLC with just tons of random footage. So I'm just gonna randomly switch to this, and it's on shuffle.
Okay.
So that's my strategy.
And if we're lucky, the footage will be from SGDQ.
Yes.
I just dumped every file from my camera into VLC.
C drive.
Hey man,
into VLC.
this is Russell walking down the street. This homeless guy's fallen into the bin and he can't get out. Look at him go. Why can't you get out, buddy?
Dude, that trophy of shame right there. If you can call it a trophy.
Oh man. Yeah.
I heard he wore it on his head as a crown afterwards and then just cried.
Wouldn't surprise me. Actually, he probably did.
That's,
He has no shame.
that's the only way to celebrate such an achievement. Excessive tears. So,
I like the hearts. We got hearts. Lovey hearts.
is Feezy here?
Easy's in.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, I am.
Wow.
Yes, I am.
Mike would be a perfect DJ.
Yeah.
That's our new intro theme.
Yama in the house with the Feasel remix. Miku Yuma versus Easy Feezy. SGDQ 2012. Let's do it.
Everybody down.
Everybody get on the floor.
Get down.
We need a 90s style Vanilla Ice like, SGDQ rap. That's the only way to do it.
S to the GDQ.
Well done, Flicky.
Yes.
Thank you. Well, you know how long it took me to be able to write the AGDQ acronym properly?
Every time the S and the A are right next to each other.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's impossible. Why don't we just make it like L, GDQ? And call it
Less
Summer
English
Games
stuff
Done Quick anyways.
Both in together, awesome summer games done quick.
Yes.
Where's the dog? Look at the dog thing. How do you do the dog? Peaches, how do you do the dog?
Dude, every week there's a new Twitch smiley. It's what
Wait,
they do
how
to
is
make up
Peach's
for not
name not
fixing the
censored?
chat.
And this one's a dog. How do you do the dog? I want to do the dog.
Do the dog.
Dog is weak. Shut up, withheld. You don't know anything. Get out. I want to. Oh, no! Oh, I'm going to Google the dog thing. You guys are mean. Does that dog play games on Twitch, or is that why it's got a Twitch icon? Oh, wait. How to type specific Twitch.tv thingies. Oh my god. Wait, the dog isn't even on this list. I can do a cat. Let me do the cat. Wait, I've forgotten what it was. Look at that!
Well done.
I did
Well
a
done.
cat with
Yeah.
shades.
I'm proud of you.
Yeah.
I'm kind of disappointed that Twitch chat doesn't censor Peach's name when it's his actual name. Triple asterisk underscore underscore.
When's Splinterface gonna be one of these?
Oh, we'll make it one of them.
Like, could that be? You're partnered now, right, Mike? Technically, with the biggest charity marathon on Twitch. We got some serious sway now.
Exactly.
Yeah, but Splinterface isn't associated with that.
Well, that's a good point.
We'll have to make a banner that's just Splinterface.
Just a splinter.
Then it might have a chance.
That rat.
Oh, cat rat. That's a good way to type it. Agora, that mess is nothing compared to awesome games done quick.
Yeah, I had a photo of that and I showed it to my mum and she fainted.
There
Some of
aren't
the
even
players.
there aren't even a minimum of 2 PS3s that are on just to generate heat.
Exactly.
Oh, we had all 3 PS3s on and they stayed on. It's like, oh, I didn't realise we needed to turn them off.
I don't understand how nobody turned it off afterwards. They're like, yep, Soden race is finished, time to just walk away. I'm sure everything here is fine.
So, okay, guys, in the Google Doc, I've listed some things that are red. Those are the interviews. And when we get to those, I'm not going to mute Skype, so just, be quiet so we can hear the game audio.
Yeah, Flicky.
Yeah. Oh, damn it.
So just, I guess, announce that we have an interview coming up and play back. And, of course, there's going to be sync. And if you want to hear the audio, you'll have to actually unmute the stream. And,
Oh.
I mean, I don't know what other way to do it, so...
I might just make up what they're saying in my head, so if you hear me laugh, that's why.
Sure, why not?
Duckfist, that's crazy.
It'll be great when the interview stops and you're like, I really like the part when he said this.
So,
Oh, yeah?
I mean, Mike, you're going to have to employ an artist to draw the Splinterface banner. Just, and have it behind us. Just Splinterface. Well, how about you have the banner, like last year, but behind the banner there's a Splinterface, and slowly throughout the day the front banner will fall off. And it will just be a Splinterface banner.
Can't we just get
I'll
Splinterface?
have Frank Frazetta, you know, the guy who does like those really muscular Conan the Barbarian style drawings. Do the Splinterface. It'll be really detailed.
Splinter Lunk. The Splinter.
We'll get
Splinter.
do it.
Splint Lunker, right? That would work.
Splint Flunker. He falls a foot and then he breaks his ankle.
But he smiles afterwards.
Yeah, exactly. He smiles after.
Live and well.
Keeping on that strong.
The smile is just even creepier though. He should
Why?
be
Because he
hurt.
follows that little boy
That's
jumping?
doing a bit of a splinter face right there. He's trying his
I
best.
think I have a. There we go. Aha. Live in 30 seconds. Again, I'm gonna mute Skype once we go live.
Wow. I don't even know what to say now.
I was just putting on my best performance for you guys. Just for you, Flicky.
Thank
I'm
you
just wondering what
very
the next
well.
few lines of code.
Alright, 10 seconds to live.
What are the next few lines of code in your title screen?
Huh?
He has hosts equal and guests equal.
The Sunday sequence break.
Yeah, you fucking asshole! Hello, everybody.
Whoops, it's not supposed to go to this video.
What are you doing? Because they can hear you speak. What is that? That is
It
just
went straight
totally
to
wrong.
blast core for some reason.
You thought, oh wow, you dropped the ball. Show ruined.
I
Show.
know.
Off
Okay.
to a great start. Let's start that again.
Mulligan?
One more time.
We can't do the countdown twice.
No, right, no, we're doing it. Welcome to episode 15 of the Sunday Sequence Break. It is the 10th of June, apparently. We finished our 2-week break, which was, I guess, 3 weeks, really. 4. It's been a while. And we're doing the retrospective show. Someone gave some quick retrospective show because we figured it would be a good idea. Whether it is or not, we'll wait and see. As per usual, I got PJ.
Yes.
Yep.
And I got Fiesel. Yeah, that's Fiesel.
Yeah, I guess.
Well,
He's currently underwater.
Whenever you hear the wind blowing, it's just it's Fiesel.
Whenever I hear the wind blow, it whistles the name Fiesel. And we got Darkfist is actually going to be speaking this week.
regular voice. Hello.
Hello. And then we got special guest Essentia, ladies first.
Hey.
And then Uyama, who's last because we hate him.
We tried to
Alright,
block
hey,
Uyama from joining.
Yeah, you tried hard. You tried hard. You disconnected my mic. I think that
I think Feasel's walked in.
Is that like
To
a
like-
sound clip of a door or a real door?
Sorry, that was my door.
Oh.
Why?
I
That's
thought
a
Feasel was
fantastic
in.
door. That
Feasel
sound
was in
perfect.
Jare's closet from like the 80s or something, just playing with synths.
With zippers?
It's cool. So we got a lengthy recap. I guess Feasel. We'll go
What?
normal order. So hang on, that's PJ first. PJ,
Yeah,
what have you
exactly.
done? What have you
Do we
done?
normally start?
Yes, you do.
I'll let Mike do my recap because he started it already.
Well, Super Ghost was giving me a lot of trouble. But then I went into an emulator, and I think I figured it out now. So I'm gonna be doing some attempts this week, and I think I'll hit 3,000 number of attempts this week.
I
Thank
don't
you,
know about that,
PJ.
me. 3,000 is pretty ambitious. I did break 2,000 a few days ago, though, so that's pretty exciting.
Good job.
Yeah.
I haven't been getting
Without-
emails from
it's
you
really
about it.
I haven't been sending any to you.
All right.
Sorry.
awkward.
Have you done anything else, PJ? Is that it? Because
Not really. No.
secret game with K or
No, because Kay's been, well, we'll talk about Kay later.
oh, okay.
You don't want to
I
spoil
mean,
it.
he's a busy man. He's a mayor of a city.
Yeah.
It's not
Eli's.
that big. Well, it looked like he had a lot of free time, but anyway, Feasel, aside from relocating to somewhere in the Mid-Atlantic, what have you been up to? I guess you went somewhere, didn't you?
Yeah, I did. I went somewhere. It was pretty uneventful, but video games. I
Yeah.
play a lot of Zelda 2 and a lot of Super Mario World. I finally got the no Cape, no Star World record beat, but obviously I'm not happy with it until I've got to run without a bunch of stupid errors, and so that'll be a while before that happens.
And you snapped that from a Japanese guy, right?
No, it was Drams.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I didn't know anybody played that category.
I mean, it's had its fads.
Still a record, PJ.
But I had a bunch of close calls with Zelda 2. Got some deathless runs, got really close, but
Nice.
still not there yet.
Still raking up the viewers.
Yeah, it's probably a good thing, right? Because once I move on to something else, then
You've lost
Once you
them.
move on to Bayou Billy, you're going to struggle to get those double digits.
yeah, exactly.
Hey, Bayou Billy's awesome.
I just ordered the carts for BioBilly and High Glide on eBay yesterday, so preview is to come this fall.
All right. Wait, who do I normally do me now?
I don't know.
I think so.
And then
you're
I
the
do
only
the
one left.
guests?
I think you just have so
Yeah,
little to
no, I
say.
do me and then the guests. It's
Yeah.
been too long. I haven't done anything. I played some Apescape 3. Actually, no, I got a personal best in Apescape 3, but it was still much slower than Surreal. So I have a choice of either practicing and learning the game properly or saying that the American version's faster and or Surreal is cheating. So this week I'm going to unveil that Surreal is actually cheating, so I don't have to get any better. Actually, I also played Left 4 Dead too. We have a submittable run for one of the levels, but I played really badly, so I don't want to submit it. So I want to make us do a better one. I think that's entirely fair. And I think that's it. Yeah, no, that's it. I did do stuff. I also planned a bunch of things, but that doesn't really count. I guess Duckfist now would work. Duckfist, what did you do? Anything fun?
Well, ever since SGDQ, I had to go back to work pretty much right after Memorial Day. So I've been doing that, but I guess on topic, like, I streamed, I think, like twice since then. Really not that much. But I'm kind of learning Ninja Gaiden on NES.
Oh,
So just
wow,
finally
really?
decided to say, screw it. I want to learn this game because it's really cool. And for some reason, I just never played it when I was a kid. I don't know why. I just didn't get the game or something. But now it's just for some reason it's awesome. So trying to learn that. And I've been playing Diablo 3 quite a bit.
ugh.
Oh, man.
On the side, figure it's not a community
That game
topic.
has everyone in its grasp.
Hey man, I played Diablo 2 when I was 12 and I couldn't get enough of it, so it's only natural.
Yeah.
But that's it for me.
Alright, Essentia, I guess you did something that we might talk about in a minute, but have you done anything else speedrun related that you would like to bring up?
Well, I'm just working on doing any percent of Final Fantasy VI now. I wanted to get in some attempts this weekend, but that didn't happen because I'm still catching up on sleep.
Yeah, that
That
happens.
means you did the marathon correctly.
Yeah, it
Yes.
does. Are you playing Japanese version or are you NTSC normal?
I'm doing NTSC still, but Dark Cobalt gave me his Japanese copy of FF6, so I might start working on that after I
Awesome.
finish my new any percent. So we'll see.
Work out,
The
because
Japanese
otherwise,
version's real cool.
is it much different or is it just text or?
It has some different glitches in it.
Doesn't it have a glitch where you can equip an item?
Yeah, you
equip a
can-
drill as a helmet or
Whoa.
something.
Yeah, you can
Equipping
equip
items.
anything. It's pretty crazy.
You're talking crazy, Mike.
Yeah.
Well, that's a good reason to use the Japanese version, though. It's
Yeah.
which is more than
If
just.
it's going to be a completely different run, then you won't get some Japanese guy just beat you by virtue of having a faster version of the game, like Sigva had happened to him.
It'd certainly take a lot more work having to, cope with the language, unless you're already pretty familiar.
I can at least read katakana, so that helps some.
Oh, and the funny thing is, Hodorobi has... I don't know if it's the Final Fantasy VI record, but he has a really good time in that game, Final Fantasy
Yeah.
VI.
Yeah.
Wow, that's a surprise.
He's everywhere.
Yeah.
He's everywhere.
8 or 16-bit. He probably has, maybe not the record, but a really good time in it.
He can't
God
escape
damn.
them.
Hope Ruby all over the place.
Yeah, 2 weeks ago, he improved his Mega Man 3 time by 10 seconds.
I'm not convinced that he's a person. I think he's a concept.
It's a collective of robots.
He's like a secret cabal of runners who work in tandem.
Is it 8 runners, one whose name begins with HOTARUBI?
Alright, it's
Could
X.
be.
Yeah.
Maybe we have cracked the code now.
We'll
Well,
find
whoever
out when
they
he
are,
gets
they're about to
8
get
runs
these
in a day. Yeah.
They're about to get shown by Garrison.
Oh, Garrison's going to take out Hotorubi. The Sentries, I guess, already
Hey,
technically
Sinister
have.
One did his job. He has the low percent.
Yeah.
I-
EXO, too.
I like how we need a whole team of people all across the world just to beat this one guy.
Exactly. What are our initials spelled?
Yeah. We need 8 people and we have to acronymize it.
I like to think that there's...
With a vowel to start is Essentia. So I think our name is just going to sound like a big sneeze or something afterwards.
I like to think that there's a Japanese stream somewhere that's looking at like, this Fiesel guy's insane, breaking all these records. We need to take him down.
What could that name stand for?
It must be 7 guys. Frank, Edward, Andy, Sam, another Edward, and Liam.
Good old Liam.
I could have gone
Those
with
are
Lee, really,
bad
shouldn't I?
names.
I think you're just
Anyway.
trying to procrastinate so you don't have to give Mike a recap.
Yeah. Mike, come on, Mike, what did you do? Go on.
Okay, after Summer Games Done Quick, I said I was.
Oh. No, go on.
No, I said I was going to stream some Turtles 4, and I totally didn't do that, and instead I've just been playing Rayman Origins and Range Dem.
Damn right you have.
Exactly. Oh, and also, if like you'll like this, I started playing Matilda more.
Oh, good stuff. Good stuff. Just to point out, for all of you who don't know, if you have a 360 or a PS3, you can go download the Max Anarchy demo from the Japanese stores.
Yep.
Each.
You need to make a Japanese account, but it's not too difficult.
Yeah, there's an option on the PS3 which is basically like, I don't need an address, and then you don't need an address. So it works out pretty good. So yeah, that's recap. Yeah, we did everybody. We did everyone. Oh my god.
Yes.
We are
Hey,
blitzing
we
through.
almost have green to split. Come on. Yes!
Oh, minus 0.2! Oh, yeah.
Very impressive.
We're on a roll now.
And now we're just going to ruin it with the speedrun news.
Yeah. Yeah, speedrun news. Where is...
Turtle.
Man, he's really piled up.
yeah,
I'm
these
pretty
really...
disappointed,
oh.
though. We only have,
Yeah,
what,
not as much.
18?
Right, it's not like
Yeah.
3 times as much as we'd see in a typical week.
Yeah, that's true. Because haven't we hit 18 in like 1 week before?
Yeah, I think we've gotten
I think-
close.
I don't think we hit
15
18.
15
I think,
was our record.
Yeah, probably
but
about
these are all huge records. And if
Yeah.
you think about it, some of these were improved more times in 3 weeks.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Right, PJ, you always do this. Actually, Essentia, have you played this game? Illusion Fire?
I haven't, no.
Well, do you
I
want to
think
do it
Mike
anyway?
knows it.
'Cause- Oh, Mike. Well,
I
I
played
mean,
it.
I was going to let Essentia do it because she's the one that runs JRPGs, but I guess if you want to give it to
All right,
Mike.
yeah, no, she can do it. Fine.
No, it's fine. Let's Mike do it.
No, I didn't want Mike to do it anyways.
Essentia, would you like to read the first one?
And
Are
I
you
worked so hard to
Just
imitate.
read the record.
Invasive content bickering.
Sorry, but I'm not exactly sure what I'm supposed to do.
Just read it out, and then say who did it, the time, and then maybe make something up to go with it. That's what we normally do.
So, Illusion of Gaia, 2 hours, 21 minutes, 49 seconds by Poexel. Looks like it's 100% too.
It's on SNES.
So
Yeah.
but also
So that's perfect. That's what we
Okay.
normally do. PJ, isn't there history here though? He keeps beating his own time.
Yeah, he beat it by a huge chunk, like 3 or 4 minutes, I think.
Isn't this about 15 or 16 minutes faster than the first time we had this on the show as well?
I don't know. I'm no historian. I could check the link database and we could see.
Yeah, the up-to-date link database that you can check after the show.
Check out the link database for
Yeah.
more information about the runs featured on the Sunday sequence break.
Whoa, Feasel did update it.
Oh, Feasel, you did do it.
Feasel! Oh, except for episode 1.
That's why he was in the Mid-Atlantic. He needed shelter to update the link database.
So we had Illusion of Gaia at 225, 226, and 226 again.
There's a 229 down
Oh,
here.
229, oh man.
There you go. So that's 8 minutes. Good stuff. Good stuff. Wow, I can't believe you updated that. Well done, Feasel. But seriously, you can check them out after the show in the info section. It's
TJ might
not
have had something to do with that.
apparently all the spaces have gone now, so it's not as easy to read. But anyway, I'm sure you can sort through it. Then next, Portal on PC. 80% no scripts by Zim. That's Zimbabwe, right? Same dude.
Yes, that's Zimbabwe.
Who was at the marathon? He did. I didn't actually watch his Portal run, but
Oh, well then you pretty much missed out on the best run of the marathon.
oh really? It was a pretty bad.
Yeah, it was insane.
It was...
I went to take a shower and I got out and I thought I should watch the Portal run now, but I missed it. Fast shower too. It's like an SRL shower and I still missed it.
Yeah,
Good
sadly,
old SRL
Zimbabwe
shower.
didn't stick around for too long. I think he left like the second day, maybe.
He
Yeah.
said he said he
Yeah.
regretted it. He said he regretted it. So either way, it's no scripts and it's 11 minutes 15, which I think with scripts is like less than 10, but still, that's a
using-
ridiculously good time because no scripts is hugely like it's a big difference. So I imagine that was pretty much spot on because he's not working on it anymore, as far as I know, right? Because he started Portal 2.
Yeah, his recent stream has been Portal 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's a pretty awesome run. Is he submitting that? Do we know?
I
I think
don't...
so.
No, I think he is.
I think
But
there's
the
a portal in the verification thingy.
The awesome notes here is that it beats the old scripted run by a minute. So that's pretty ridiculous. And speaking of pretty ridiculous, oh hey, SSBM stuff decided to absolutely destroy the Apescape single segment record by about 4 minutes.
Oh wow.
He was like, you know what? I'm going to destroy this record so bad that other people are going to quit running this game. So he did. Unfortunately, he didn't actually record it, but I believe him that he did it.
Yeah.
Like, absolutely. Like, watching his last run, it was really good, but there were still mistakes in it. And I don't know, this beats the Japanese time by about 6 minutes as well. So, an absolute beast. People are sending him equipment
Yeah.
so he can record a run of this and it can go on SDA because it needs to be on there. So awesome stuff by him. I'm so glad to see that time. That is so low. It's
He just like
obscene.
casually posted that update in an edit too in one of his posts. He's like, well, we got sub 52. We're like, wait, what? Sub 52
It was-
what?
It was at the bottom of the post too. It was at the
Yeah.
very bottom.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, sub 52.
Like when I was
Alright.
posting, I didn't know if it was actually 52 minutes or something else. Like I had no idea what he was even saying. Are you sure?
And then, next of all, who wants to do this one? Duckfist, go on, buddy. You can do this.
Okay, next up we have The Legend of Zelda Wind Waker by Cosmo. I can hear an echo, by the way.
I can hear you twice. Yes.
I can hear an echo as well.
He's just like spoiling it. Come on.
This is your
Oh,
moment, man. Come on, don't screw it up.
What?
Go on, Duckfist, try
Okay,
again.
I'll just keep going. Okay,
Yeah,
Legend
keep
of Zelda The Wind Waker in 5 hours, 33 minutes, and 35 seconds by Cosmo Wright. That's any percent.
Yeah, I've been watching this a lot all week.
Same. It's
It's
very
awesome.
entertaining.
Yeah, it's a really cool run. And he's been raking in the views too. It is really awesome to see Wind Waker being speedrun. And I know he's aiming for sub 530. I don't know what he's going to do after that. But I know it's got a lot stuff to be done on it. Work to be done. But it is really cool. And I'm sure all of the people in here already know about Cosmo's stream. But
Yeah.
if you do see him streaming Wind Waker, go watch it. Because it's super cool run. It's really, really fun. And it doesn't run at 20 frames per second either. So,
Yeah. I never thought I'd actually enjoy watching Wind Waker.
yeah. Because it always used to be the joke, wasn't it? It was the joke run.
Yeah.
Oh, do Wind Waker and sail
Yeah,
forever.
because
but-
sailing for an hour, blah blah blah. But then someone actually worked on it, and then
Yeah.
got that
Yeah.
actually speedrun.
It's
So,
fantastic.
little hype thing here. We were planning a Wind Waker episode at some point, so look out for one of those. It might be pretty soon. Who's going to do that? Who wants to arrange that episode?
Not it.
I'll sort it out. I'll try and get it done. That's no problem. But yeah, we're going to do a Wind Waker one soon. We'll
We're
work it out.
deliberately not updating the schedule, so you'll have to tune in every week to figure out what's going on.
Right, it'll be a mystery to everyone, including us, what the next episode will be.
All right, and then next up, this is Alfino again, 100% Twilight Princess, 8 hours 2 minutes 40. He's not improving this. Does that say?
Did I record that wrong? I have 8 hours, 8 minutes.
Yeah, 802.
It's 802. Yeah.
Whoops.
Oh well.
Just
Don't worry.
quick fix it. No one saw it.
It says
Yeah, I was
Actually, I can
watching
fix it.
this round.
Go on, PJ.
He got to the end and he just got like totally trolled by the last few bosses and lost a huge chunk of time. And he just finished and was like, "Well, that's it. I'm done."
All right. Is he gonna submit that? Because I looked up. There's $1,000 on it if it goes on SDA.
I'm assuming so. I mean, if he's done running that category,
Yeah, because that's a
I'm pretty sure
decent
he's
chunk of money. I mean, we did at the first Awesome Games. We had a little discussion about bounties, didn't we? I think it was PJ, Trihex, and me.
I don't
Maybe
remember
Peaches.
this, so it probably
Oh,
happened.
maybe it was Peaches instead of you. But we were talking about how
that doesn't mean PJ wasn't in the conversation.
yeah,
Yeah.
true.
Remember,
I very rarely.
He probably was an
Sure.
integral part of the conversation.
I've been in marathons that I just don't even remember. I was video evidence of me being in them. I just don't remember them.
Yeah, we were talking about the bounties and how they like look pretty cool, and it's like, oh, $200 if I finish this game, and then we realized that if you worked that out as wages, you'd get like 50 cents an hour.
Yeah, it's like $1 an hour.
Yeah.
But $1,000 seems pretty good. Like
it's almost to the point where you could pay your rent and everything for the 3 months that it takes you to do that.
it feels like a good wage. So it's definitely a high. That's a really high bounty. So
Yeah. I like
so
the bounties that might not even be possible. You see, like, oh, 350 for Alien Hominid hard mode, no miss. That should be
that
enough.
single segment hard mode, no deaths, and I think it's like 3 people have put in for that, and it's like $300 each.
Yeah.
Because I had one for Final Fantasy VII, and it would have worked at like 3 cents an hour for the guy who finished the run. But anyway, and then Phenol also got, if we swap over the page, the any percent record this last few weeks as well, in 3:36:51. So Phenol putting in the work, Twilight Princess. And hey, is that another Zelda game? Feasel, Zelda game. Do this one. Go on, Feasel.
All right. So we've got a record for Zelda Majora's Mask on 148.09 by SBA for the any percent run. And
he's a Japanese runner, right?
Yes, I believe so. Does a lot of OOT bingo, if I remember correctly, over YouTube. So.
Yeah, he's really active on Speedruns Live.
Yeah.
He is. Him and Izu, I remember few months ago.
Bingo every day.
They'd race Child Dungeons every morning or something when I was up, and then bingo every night. So, yeah, 148.09 is like ridiculous because that game's really hard to run. The tricks are ridiculously tough. Yeah, no one else want to say anything about Majora's?
No, I got nothing to add.
You got nothing.
I'm just wondering. I mean, I thought the Nintendo 64 version that the current SDA run was on is slower because it has more lag. So is that really the record? I mean, it's a really good time. I was just wondering.
I don't know. I imagine it is. Because what is the SDA time?
It's 1:49:33, but I mean, we use different timings, so
Yeah, this is the RTA, isn't it? This is
yeah. So there's probably something like a 2 or 3 minute intro. So yeah, it might be faster regardless.
Yeah, probably is. All right. Hey, Ascension, you can do this one, right?
Okay, sure.
Yes.
Next, we've got Final Fantasy VII, single segment any percent, by Tomato Rice. 8 hours, 18 minutes, and 42 seconds.
And apparently it uses Sid instead of Tifa. Which really confuses me. Yeah. 'Cause that doesn't make any sense. For everything I know about Final Fantasy VII is you use Cloud, Tifa, and Kasith.
Yeah.
I think it might use slots.
No, Omnigamer is not. It's Kasith and Sid, not Sid and Tifa. It's Kasith and Sid. So
Yeah, I had Puexo's stream on on today while I was going through stuff, and he was mentioning that you could potentially rely on using Kate Sith's slots
for the damage instead of
apparently.
It's a lot
So maybe-
harder than in Final Fantasy VI, though, because the slots on 7, if you mess it up, that's it. You can't try again because your limit break is gone.
You can manipulate them though quite nicely, can't you?
Yeah, you can manipulate them.
Now
You can in 7?
Yeah, you can. Garland has a video about it.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, I was just gonna say this name, Tomato Rice, that was Google Translate's name. So there's actually also, the Japanese characters go along with that, but I wasn't sure if it would break my program or not if I typed that in.
Do you want to pronounce that for us, Mike?
Sure.
Or just type it out in chat for people if they prefer the Japanese name.
Mato Gohan.
There you go. I'm going to type that out for everybody. So, Mato Gohan. There we go. Perfect.
Well done.
So, yeah, as far as I know, Tomato Rice also runs Final Fantasy VIII as well. And he may be the guy who got the Final Fantasy Gauntlet, the PSX Gauntlet record in Japan, where you run 7, 8, and 9 in one go.
What?
Yeah.
Huh.
I think he might be the guy who has that record too. But anyway, moving on to...
That's actually something?
Yeah, it's actually something.
I think
Wow.
I figured out Tomato Rice is the T in Hotarubi's name.
Maybe he's the R as well. Poo Trainer is a thing. I can get the records for you if you want them. There's also,
You should look up the Dragon Quest series record.
Oh
Yeah.
no!
there's also there is also a Final Fantasy 4, 5, and 6 speedrun single segment record too. They're both about 28 hours long.
So do they have like a bucket or something by their side?
Ouch.
How do you manage that?
I don't
When
know.
your commitment is that strong, you don't use bodily functions.
Like 10 years down the line, when they're gonna like be reminiscing about these games, the cutscenes are just gonna remind them of going to the bathroom.
Yeah.
Going for a walk or something. All right. Then we got Yoshi's Island. 100% got stolen. Well, not stolen. Not really stolen, but improved by Kada again. It's down to 252.43, which is about what Sagan said was possible. But I don't know if that keeps going down or not. Either way, sorry, I just read something in the chat that made me laugh. It was the not Trihex.
Yeah, exactly.
Sorry. But either way, this has made Sagan and Trihex have started going really serious on this record again, which they have successfully done for about a week or two. So,
What, go serious or?
yeah, like stream it more than once a month. But so they're going for it. So hopefully, get some more competition back on that. I haven't talked to Carl in a while about what he thinks is feasible now, but we'll see. We'll see.
Those guys need to get cracking.
Yeah.
USA needs to take it back, and we need a Yoshi's Island episode.
We do. It's for when Trihex gets a night off work and remembers that the show exists. And that I exist.
The fact that the Wind Waker is, like past 2000, we need to take it back to the 2D just to make it safe for hands. It's like, 3D, what's this?
Well, just you wait until we have a game that's post 2000, not on not a cartridge-based console, and is not a Nintendo game. Then we're like,
whoa.
So out of our
working
element.
up to. Yeah.
What we do.
All right. And then, hey PJ, you know about this game? Oh yes, go for it.
Yes! Skyblazer. By my man OmniGamer.
Not from Norway.
2606, any percent. This was attempt 1000 for him. Exactly 1000.
Exactly 1000.
Yep.
He didn't delete a few runs, or
I don't think so.
Hmm.
I do think it was suspicious, though, that when he played it back, he started only on attempt 1000, then wasn't holding the controller during it. But still, it's all right. Do we have a clip for this?
We should.
what do we have clips?
Yeah, we do. Give me 1 second.
The clips haven't been the things haven't been made red, so I don't know. We might have had 5 or 6 clips by now.
I'm pretty sure we did.
I don't think we have passed any.
Yeah, no, I don't think so.
Okay, sorry, my computer is super slow. Here it is now.
Sorry.
There's
Whoa, a big red name all of a sudden.
there's
Oh, here we go.
this one, and
It's funny, at the start of this run in his stream, he's like, oh, well, I guess I gotta get it this time. That's
yeah. And the whole time he's like greeting.
That's a good
people.
zip.
He's like,
Yeah.
"Oh, hey, you're just in time to watch history." So kind of suspicious. But yeah, so the cool thing about this run is that, like, he and Blecky have really been going at it to manipulate these magic drops, because he's using this thing that's called the Comet Flash, which is where he's covered in the blue flames and moves forward really quick. So if you can manipulate magic drops, you can use that more, and obviously that's the fastest way to travel, besides zips. So in a lot of these clips, he's actually manipulating, like whenever you see him just jumping around and doing something that doesn't seem to make much sense, like punching in place when there's nothing around him, he's just burning off frames in a consistent way so he can get the right drops. So
Yeah.
this is a really cool run now.
So, I mean, is he going to stop now? Is he submitting this, or
Yeah, that's it.
that's it, right?
This is the run, yeah.
We've had
like
this on the
Blacky.
show like 3 or 4 times, I think. He's been
Yeah, we had it
really
a
well.
few
Yeah.
times.
Yeah.
No,
Well,
no.
actually, I don't know because I always confuse this and Soul Blazer. We've had both of them quite a few times.
Yeah, this one has definitely been on several times.
It has been on at least a few times, yeah.
But like
But-
Blacky, every time OmniGamer gets any success, Blacky's like, "Oh, time to ruin his day," and posts a whole bunch of insignificant improvements in the thread. And like the only improvements now, he's like, "Well, you could save 10 frames if you jump sooner here," or you could save such and such. They're all pretty insignificant. So unless there's a major breakthrough, I think it's safe to say that this run is
This one's good.
as good as it's gonna get.
Oh, is he getting Ogre from Tekken 3 there?
Sure.
Alright. That game, you know, that looks pretty sweet. I like how he's standing on nothing all the way at the top.
It's yeah. Once you kill a boss, the game's like, oh, it's time for him to stand in place.
So yeah, no, that looks pretty sweet. Cool game.
It's a really fun
I
game.
like turning into a bird and harassing these bosses.
Yeah.
I need
Yeah,
to
last boss rush, you just turn into a fiery bird of death and like just hover over them. You don't even attack. You just kind of float over them, and the bosses just crumble.
Alright, I need Duckfist to swap the page over to see if this thing is on it or not, because I forgot to actually do the thing I said I would, where I would check if it was real or not. Okay, cool, we're ignoring that one then. Sweet.
Well done.
Thank you. Feasel, come on, get out of your submarine. Talk about this game. Actually, Feasel, just do the next 4, because you were the one that did all of these, so...
I didn't do Sunshine, but
Yeah, you did.
I did.
You totally... Oh, you did it. Okay, well, you can do that one then.
alright, well, anyway, so Super Mario World. A lot of people, I hope, have been watching Menbu work on this game. Menbu is pretty much he's a Japanese player, and he's pretty much the undisputed king of Super Mario World at this point in time. He's got the 80% record, and he already had the 96 record. I mean, he had it for like a year and a half or something like that before Drem beat it, and then he beat it back again by like 2 or 3 minutes now, I guess. So this is a significant improvement. This run that he got, the 126.45, is already like 2 minutes faster than the last run that he got last week. And there's very few mistakes in it. There's just a couple minor things. I'm not even sure if he gets hit. He might not even get hit in the run.
Wow.
He didn't anywhere that I saw. So that's really significant, because that's where you lose most of your time, is having to go back and get a feather from somewhere.
Is he orbing?
He is not orbing, and so this is that time is without orbs, which is pretty incredible, actually.
That is ridiculous, yeah.
Yeah, and there are still some places where it could be improved. There are places where he takes safer strategies than the absolutely most optimal thing. So there is room for improvement, but at this point in time, no one is close to being able to beat that. So it's pretty neat. We have a video for this that we could be playing while we're staring.
Wait, we have a video for it?
Yes, we do.
Is it on Twitch or Nico or anywhere? Because I want to watch that.
Oh,
It
there's
is-
2 Super Mario World videos. Sorry, I was confused. Okay, so
right.
plenty of Mario World for this thing. Here you go.
I'll turn it
Oh.
red in the spreadsheet so it looks like it's not our fault.
Anyway, yeah, he streams it to Nico and to Twitch simultaneously, so you can watch
Oh,
the
nice.
watch the replay there.
He's on SRL as well because
He
Yeah.
races.
Yeah. Because he lost a minion in a 96 exit race and then beat the world record like the run after.
Yeah.
He was obviously so mad that he lost a minion that he was like, well, God damn America, I'll show you.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of 96 is flying over stuff, but the clips that you're mostly seeing here are places where using the cape actually, adds complexity to the level as opposed to just simple.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of the cape flying through the castles with the cape is really
Yeah,
crazy.
the indoor stuff,
Yeah,
a lot of indoor
because-
stuff is tricky.
Isn't it really tight maneuvering when you're in the castles flying through stuff with a cape?
Oh yeah, there's there's obstacles everywhere, and you can't hit any of them. So it's
Yeah, I think it's cool that so many people are back into this run now, because I was kind of sad when people just, dissed the run and said, oh, it's just flying over everything. Well, it's
Yeah.
not just that. I mean,
right. I
Really,
mean,
And
I
they
was...
just Just started
portion of
doing
it.
the gimmicky runs, the no cape, no Star World nonsense.
Yeah.
All castles, no cape.
Well, just
Yeah.
look at the Ghost House that he did. This finishing up here. This was like Jug.
Whoa.
Wow.
He got
That way, yeah, he's doing that duck flying through the thing, and just the way he goes to that door and keeps the flying flag set, and then you jump again, and as soon as you get to the other side of the door, and he starts flying immediately.
I've never seen that duck jump look so smooth.
Yeah,
Like, at
this is
all.
insane.
It's ridiculous. He just as if it was normal. So yeah, Membu, absolute monster. So you can check him out on Twitch. So go find it. The Japanese runners, as much as we like to, say that we should take the records from them, if you do find any on Twitch, go watch them and support them because it's really cool that they're streaming for us as well as them. Probably getting fed up that Nico's so bad, but that's not the point. So congratulations to Membu. I know Minion's practicing this. I guess Dram still is. Dram always seems to be. So this could be some more competition for this one, and this could still go lower because of Orb. So that's pretty cool if you ask me. And there we go. Zelda 1. Feasible. Hey, you know about Zelda 1?
Zelda 1.
Yeah,
So,
go on.
Darkwing, he did a first quest run a while back. Submitted it to SDA. It was accepted. It was a really good run. Filling the hole left by the run that was taken down, and then soon after he did that, he was able to get a handle on the screen scrolling glitch, and so he did the second quest run using that, and now he's finally gone back and redone his first quest run using the screen scroll glitch, and it's any percent with no up A. I don't think he's even started on the up A runs yet. But he ended up, I don't even know how much time was shaved off. Like, it was like a minute and a half or something like that. I mean, this is significantly faster than the last run that he submitted.
And the up A is warping, isn't it? Right?
Up A,
pretty much.
Yeah, it's like takes you back to the continue screen, and so it's warping.
Right.
Changes the run a lot.
So yeah, I mean, we had that on the show a little while ago, and it was insane then. So.
Mm-hmm.
I guess Darkwing Duck destroying it, that would explain why he was so upset looking in that video that we might get to see later.
Yeah.
Does a screen scroll glitch count as a separate category, or is it just anything goes?
It does not count as a separate category.
It doesn't count as a separate category now.
Okay.
It's not such a huge thing. I mean, it saves you a lot of walking around in the overworld, and it saves you having to kill the enemies in certain rooms.
Yeah, because you don't have to push a block after killing enemies, but it doesn't skip anything huge. Like it doesn't.
Right, it doesn't fundamentally change
or anything.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Sunshine, Duckfist, go for it.
Okay, we have Super Mario Sunshine on GameCube in 3 hours, 21 minutes, and 28 seconds by N-Killer. And that is the 96 Shines category. That's 100% without blue coins, from what I understand.
Yeah, it's just 96 shines, or what do they call it in Japan? 96 sheets is the translation, which really confused me.
96 sheets.
Yeah, but Sunshine it doesn't have like a huge scene, but there's quite a few guys who do it. It's one of those games that people always ask to be run and so on, but I think they're pretty good at it.
I see people racing it on SRL sometimes.
Yeah, there's definitely a dedicated community to it.
Yeah. The issue I have is I always see the 100% stream when it's like 7 hours in, and a guy who doesn't know where the last coin is looking for the last coin or something like that. So I've never actually watched a whole run of this, which is a shame because I think it's a pretty cool game.
I like the water jets thing.
Yes. What's the name of that tank? It's got a name, isn't it?
Flood.
Flood, yeah, and it speaks. It's a pretty fun game actually.
I had a lot to live up to following Mario 64 in the series, and I think, in general, the public wasn't too, happy with it. I mean, what can live up to your expectations from Mario 64, really, but...
Yeah, but if you go back and play it, it's pretty fun, I think. Whoa, what's that?
It's a huge improvement over Mario 64. Mario 64 was pretty sparse graphics-wise, and this looks really, rich and colorful, more like the galaxies.
Yeah, it's got really nice graphics. So I just watched him bounce across that bridge, and I didn't know what the hell. I don't know what just happened. So yeah, no, it's cool. That's Killer. I know he does any. Can you remember who the other guys who do it are?
Yeah, Mug plays.
Oh, what's going
Oh,
on?
Mug plays.
Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't fly.
Yeah,
it's
that
great.
casino level used to make me so mad when I was playing this game. Because like it starts with you spraying that huge manta, which was already annoying. And then you had to do all those mini games inside the casino thing. Hated that level.
What is this? He's just flying through the sky. That's ridiculous.
Yeah. Yeah, this is actually a really fun game to watch.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I mean, I imagine it probably the guys who stream SM64 get asked to run this every so often too, but whether they will or not, it's a pretty cool game to watch. So if you do see people streaming it, go check it out. It's fun. And oh hey, SMW, Fiesel, go on.
I know a little bit about this one. I'll take that one.
Yeah, right.
All right. Got a video for this one too.
Oh
In case you
really?
want to see more Mario, how the other half of Mario lives, the capeless half.
Well, wasn't all the other video with Cape too? So this works out.
Right. Well, it balances out. Yeah.
Yeah.
So Cape, no Star World, no Cape. But probably of the capeless variants of the game, this is probably the best one to run. I mean, being about 36 minutes plus 36, 37 minutes. It's a good length for a run, but it's a bunch of levels that are a real pain in the butt. I mean, people have seen me struggling with Donut Plains 3 trying to get that skip. That's really like the choke point on most of these runs. I'm picking up Yoshi in a couple places. And there's a couple places where it's optimal to pick up Yoshi, and then there's two more where it's pretty much borderline. Maybe a slight time loss, but the increase in reliability I thought was worth it. Because one of the things you can do is like right here, you fly through Butter Bridge 2, if you pick up the shell grab. So there was a bunch of capeless strategies that had already been, found by other people and posted to the wiki, and a lot of things still had to be developed, and so I came up with a bunch of neat ways to get through these levels, and then Dunius obviously came up with lots of things. Chronikes contributed a lot, and then of course the strategies that Dram and Minion and such had come up with in the previous year came into play too. So it was pretty neat. This was a fun one at the marathon too, racing this.
Did you get this before or after the marathon?
It was right after. Yeah,
Right.
This is the first time I beat the previous Dram's best, which was the record up to that point. So this run was kind of silly. Like I lost about 12 seconds just because I missed a cycle in these platforms to move up and down in Valley of Bowser. Just a stupid place to lose time. So I'm pretty close to 36 minutes, I think. And so I'm going to keep trying.
The whole yellow bit.
Yeah, the yellow thing
really?
up and down. Yeah, I missed the whole cycle there. So that's just like as much as all the mistakes in the run put together.
Fiesel, man,
Yeah,
come on.
He's just sandbagging.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, oh, this is too much. I can't embarrass the guy. I gotta, back off.
Right, yeah.
He's gonna
He's
lose a
Jerk
race,
Fiesel.
and then he's gonna get the record again.
It's Jerk Fiesel strats. You got to give him hope before you kill him.
Yep.
So I have to
Alright.
ask, like on that boo ring in that ghost house near the end, how many times did you die trying to go through between the two boos underwater? That looks like super painful to be at the end of the run.
Yeah, it's actually not as bad as you might think. Like the way, like you can time it, you can get it really consistent. You get yourself positioned up really close to it, and you kind of crouch and hold down and forward. And then all you have to really do is start mashing the swim button at just the right time. And so you wait for the ghost to pass a certain point and start mashing the swim button. And so it's really only one movement that you have to time, and it's not bad at all.
Oh.
But it does suck that it's so close to the end, and you're small Mario for like the last quarter of the run, and so any one little thing will kill you. But not as bad as you think getting through the ghost rings.
That's cool. So another Mario World category. It's quite a common race, isn't it? No Star Wars, no Cape on SRL.
I mean, the
right?
most common no cape race is all switches no cape, but
Yeah,
it's
right.
sort of like you could sort of think of that as like an intro version to the no Star Wars no cape, which is what the big boys would race.
And what is no Star Wars with Cape? It's like 32 minutes, right?
I'm not sure. That's another Menbu record.
Oh, so
look
it's
it up.
probably like 20 minutes.
Yeah.
It's not that much. It's honestly not that much faster. Like, the only difference is Castle 5 having to wait around and like for that long snaking platform. Everything else, like, you pretty much have P speed through most of all the levels. So
I thought it was about 32, something like that, but we'll see. I don't really know. And alright, PJ, do you want to do Blast Courts just because you made the highlight video?
So Peaches sent me some timestamps for this, and I showed him who's the boss by using the wrong ones.
So enjoy this highlight video if we've got it.
No, most of them are correct. Just some of them don't fit. But anyways, he pushed this attempt out, or this record out in one attempt. He just sat down and thrashed his old record by over 2 minutes, or exactly 2 minutes. Yeah, Peaches is a monster. I don't even know why it surprised me when he told me.
I don't understand how he keeps beating his record. He's played this game so much. Like, how is he not topped off, like, plateaued at some point? You get to the point where just, like, random stuff and minor mistakes, you know, are going to make you not get any further, yet he keeps getting better.
Like significant improvements
Significantly.
too.
Yeah. I don't know.
know.
He's ridiculous.
He's like leaving himself room for improvement, I think. He's got to be that.
One of these clips when I was watching it back
You may
made
have
me laugh.
froze. It's a
really?
.flv, so okay, there it goes. Sorry.
That doesn't surprise me at all.
PJ, what did you download? Some FLV program off the web just to make this, or just before the show?
Actually,
The
yeah.
last 20 minutes, I think you did.
What was that
Peaches,
highlight
like,
there? Did you try
This is not
I
turning
told
out
you,
well.
sometimes
It's frozen again, like on this vehicle select screen. Come on.
No, that's what he does so that he can beat his time later.
just
He
does
likes
whatever
it.
he wants.
This is pause buffering on the vehicle select screen.
Yeah.
Good strats.
You never know.
Okay, there it goes.
Okay. I want to see the one. Yeah, this one. Is this the one you were talking about?
This is my favorite.
How does he?
That's the way trucks drive.
Yeah.
Side.
Oh, Peaches. Oh my goodness. How was this at AGDQ? I know he did it. Did he just do normal 100%? SGDQ, sorry.
One-handed.
Oh,
Yeah, he did 100% SGDQ.
What is that? This doesn't make sense.
It's such a good game.
I like how he slows down in mid-air there. He just breaks. Doesn't matter.
Yeah, dump truck. Just does whatever he
Magic
wants.
dump truck.
Well done, Peaches. So, kids, when you're really good at a game and you control it perfectly, that's the sort of stuff you can do.
Also, kids, if you want to be a dump truck driver, that doesn't actually work.
Alright, okay, here we go. Wait, really? Sonic 2006? 360, Sonic Story, 112.59 by Venic409. Alright.
2006.
Is he the guy who did it at JRDQ?
No, that was Paraxid.
Alright, so, I mean, well done, Venic, I guess. I
It looks
watched
like a neat game. I never played it, but it looks like it looked neat.
Oh, see, I had the opposite. I watched the end of it, and I was like, no, I watched part of the video, and I was like, what the hell is it? This looks terrible. No, it was too slow. So I went back to watching Sonic Generations. Gotta go fast. All right, this one. Who added this? NES? PJ, was this you, or was it Feasel?
Why do you look at us? Why do you assume?
Yeah.
Because NES means you and EXO means PJ. So
So this is the love child between Feasel and myself.
yeah.
Power play?
Yeah, so Power Blade is a really awesome game. EXO got an any percent record, 1733.
We have a video for
He
this.
got it. Yep, he got it on his first try, I think.
It's first
well,
try.
the first try of the day.
Oh,
First try ever.
Yeah, first try. He's like, this game looks fun.
Yeah,
BRB.
first playthrough. This is a Let's Play for EXO.
I love the way
Yeah.
this guy runs. That it's one of those haters gonna hate things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's really working the biceps there.
The best
Raising
thing,
those knees high.
the best thing about this game is the boss fights,
The
for
boss
sure.
fights, I thought there was something wrong with the video. You just and then the room explodes and the boss is dead. Apparently,
Just- yeah, they run. Yeah, you go into the boss chamber and the boss is already exploding. Like you can use a bomb before the boss chamber loads and it like instantly detonates and kills him, and it's fantastic.
I
So he
love
does
the-
another cool glitch where you can kind of clip up onto platforms you're not supposed to reach. And K2 didn't do this when he did his run, and that's why EXO beat his time by like 2.5 minutes, because you skip like
that's
all
one
of level 5.
you get the air
Right here, you get the key card and you just jump right up the wall and into the door. You skip like a minute and a half of backtracking, and then blow up the boss immediately.
instant boss death at the end. It's another one that confused me. Just like, here's the key card to go to the door, and then he like walks 10 feet and goes to the door, and that's the level. That's it.
Yeah.
I think he runs a bit like Arthur. The more I watch this guy run, Ghouls and Ghosts.
Very good. Yeah.
He's also got a robot
This is
suit, like Shatterhand.
Yeah.
Or like,
Yeah, the character uses boomerangs, but EXO
No,
collects
no,
them.
Mike. Only
Yeah.
one game has a robot suit.
no, the Journey to Silius, the European version,
That has a robot suit, does it?
does have.
The Euro only. What is he throwing at
Dude,
them?
you love those robots in Europe.
He's throwing power blades at him. That's what they are.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
that
He's
makes sense.
throwing at him.
Hey, why isn't this boss already dead? It's ridiculous.
3 of the
having
bosses
fun.
you can't kill with the bomb.
Oh.
So yeah, that's the phenomenal game. I didn't even know about it until K2 did his run. But yeah, it's a lot of fun. I might learn it and give EXO some competition. But I don't know. We'll see.
Alright, and then just to mention, we did get told about a Shadow Complex run that Greenlink did, but it was kind of a bit late to add the video and all of that, so we'll talk about that next week, I guess? Yeah, we'll do it next week. Someone remember to do it next week.
Yeah,
so
quick
that...
reminder, if you
Oh.
set a record or anything, be
Oh,
sure
yeah.
to tell us. But make sure you do it like a reasonable time before the show. Not like
Yeah.
20 minutes before the show or...
If you tell us 20 minutes before the show, we'll just do it the week after. So, yeah, I mean, tell us, please, if we don't know. You're not all records we hear about, obviously. You can see how a few games you find out about because they're big deal. Other games, someone might have beaten a record and you never hear about it at all, so...
Yeah, and
just
if
tell
it's,
us.
if it's your run, not only let us know, but if you want to have like a highlight reel played on the stream, just give us
Yeah.
some timestamps and we'll try to whip one together for you.
Mhm.
It does take work, so pointing out the timestamps helps out a lot.
Yeah, you can make one yourself too if you want.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
But
Greatly
contact
increases
us.
your chances of getting a highlight clip shown, the less work we have to do.
Yeah,
Yes,
of course.
exactly.
I mean, if you make a highlight clip and it's like 2 minutes long, we'll show it regardless of what the game is.
Yeah, let us know first, just so
Yeah.
we'll let you know that it has to be like 2 minutes long, and probably that's about it. As long as it's a format I can play in one of my media players here.
Also, shouts to the Zelda community. You guys beat your records like every 3 hours, so it's really hard to keep up with it.
Yeah, I think we got
So you
one
should-
of these wrong. I think
Yeah.
Twilight Princess was wrong. But so yeah, I mean, let us know. Zelda games we normally find out about anyway, but tell us anyway. That'll be cool. All right, let's hit that split, and we're gonna skip over filler this
We
week.
lost some time. Oh, we'll gain it back.
Oh man, I love how we can skip over filler now, but we couldn't skip over it during the Turtles in Time episode.
Well, it's because we just wanted to delay actually getting to Turtles in time for that one, so
Yeah.
we were dreading
Like
it.
he just had to hear the sound of his own voice.
You know it, Michael. All right, everybody. Um,
Okay, what's the
SGDQ.
game of the week? Oh,
It's
okay,
Summer Games 2,
that's right.
which
Yeah.
is a game that like surprisingly fit in well with what we needed.
Yeah.
It was incredible. Like I was, we put in Summer into the Twitch TV Games Finder, and Summer Games 2 came up as the first game. So it wasn't even second on the list, right? It was literally at the top. So, all right, and I mean, here's a what happened thing. Is this a quick? Oh man, I don't know how to get my. Okay, let's start this. So, it was held in Salt Lake City, which is in Utah, which is in America, right? America?
Uh,
Yes, yes. Good
Yes.
start.
Yeah, in America.
North America, even.
North America?
Yeah.
No, let's not get too complicated, Mike. It was in America, in Utah,
keep it
Salt Lake
general.
City. It was hosted by one of our very special guests, Essentia, and her lovely husband, Denton. Essentia's here, right? She's still here, right?
Yes, I'm here.
She's there. She's there.
Yeah.
Right. I thought we lost her.
Patiently listening to us talk about
And
silly things.
see, this is a very open question. Who did what to organize it? So if you guys want to answer that one. Who wrote this? This is really hard.
Yeah, this is very open.
Okay, let's redo that. So Summer Games done quick. So you did it last year, right? Do you want to mention a bit of history about the event, Essentia, and I guess then Mike, because go for it.
Yeah, we held it last year. It was in August, late August, and it was a lot shorter last year. It was only 2 or 3 days. This year it was about 5 days. So both times it was held at my house here.
Yeah, and as I recall, it started off because some guys were trying to host one and they sort of didn't really get it done, and then you stepped in.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah, it started. Someone was trying to organize it in Denver. I forget who it was.
A West Coast marathon of sorts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I guess, yeah, things fell through, and so I offered my house, and so we had it here.
Right.
And then
Sort of the hosting aspect of it, making sure that we've got, internet and, food and place for people to sleep, and clean towels and things like that. And then there's also the planning of the marathon itself, which I guess is Mike's thing, and, the technical details and whatnot, I guess, are handled by Uranium Anchor. Who else is worth mentioning for the
Denton took care of food.
Yeah, Denton
Yeah.
took care of food and then some. So how many years worth of food do you still have, Essentia?
Oh, we were just looking at all the leftover orange juice that we have, like frozen concentrate. And just today, and Denton was looking at it and said, "We have enough for next year. The expiration date isn't until 2014." So
works out pretty well. And then I guess, so was it, Mike, was it you and Breakdown like it was for AGDQ, or who did scheduling?
It was mostly me who did the schedule. I know that one of the things they kept on asking Flicky was like how Feasel got Legacy of the Wizard in the marathon and what sort of secret power that he has. Well, the secret power is that because there weren't as many people coming, I could pretty much let people have mostly what they wanted on this schedule in the end.
I'm coming.
I thought I was going to have to cut more stuff. I think I maybe rejected 5 to 10% of what people proposed, which is, as you might know, much, much, much lower than what I, reject or cut for Awesome Games Done Quick.
This Awesome Games Done Quick is going to be about 60% rejection, right?
That's low
like
ball.
8.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
I didn't propose Legacy of the Wizard, by the way.
Summer Games Done Quick 2000.
Diesel doesn't even need to suggest games. Mike just asks him.
Well, it was Dragon Door came up with the idea.
Scenario World Smash Cup. There's going to be the Evo tourney.
I think Mike came up with the idea for Legacy of the Wizard. He was like, guys, you know what we really need this year? It's like,
something really luck-based.
yeah.
Yeah. Oh, look at us all playing games together.
Oh, so cute, so cute.
La la la.
Kids of all ages.
So hang on a minute. Hey, with a bit about tech, we have an interview with Uranium Anchor on video. Apparently,
Exclusive.
is that true, Duckfist?
Yes, it is. If you'd
All right.
like to have me play it back, it's actually got some audio. So here's this interview. It's pretty informal, near the end of Summer Games Done Quick. So check it out.
Okay.
So technology-wise, how is this? Is this basically the same as you did last year? Or
No talking, Michael.
When you say last year, do you mean last SGDQ?
Last SGDQ.
Okay, see, the thing was, this is how it was supposed to work last SGDQ, but the cables were not hooked up correctly last time, so we didn't get any of the DVD footage at all, except for like Zaire's half of the Dynamite Head Erase or something. Was it Zaire's?
Yeah, I think so. That sounds right.
Whichever one was on the right-hand TV, the Dynamite Head Erase, that was all we got.
But you're using the streaming machine that you built last year around this time.
No,
right?
I built that for AGDQ, actually.
for
We were using Tranquilite's gaming PC for the broadcast last time.
All right, but this time you're using the machine you built for AGDQ.
Yes.
And
I got a really nice travel case for that, just so that I could bring it to every marathon. I still don't like taking it on planes just because my luggage handlers, but yeah.
Right, and that time, like at AGDQ, one of the problems you had is that something got knocked loose during transit or something?
The heat sink came off, and I didn't realize that the power cable had also come loose because it looked like it was still in there. So for the first 4 days, it was running without a CPU.
Okay. So one more thing, can you tell us for just briefly what are the specs of the streaming PC and what kind of cards do you have?
I forget the exact. It's an i5 quad core. I want to say it's either 2800 or 2900.
Okay.
And it's got two SD capture cards, some AverMedia, something or other. I can't remember the specific model number. And then it's got another AverMedia HD card that can take HDMI, component, S-video, and composite. It can capture up to 1080i, and that's what I'm using for the secondary for the right-hand TV.
You also use that for capturing the PC runs.
Yeah,
We don't run the games on the streaming PC. You run it on some.
Yeah, we have. The card takes HDMI in, so that's what we were. It's a little easier to do like HDMI cloning. So you have like the games running on the laptop. We have an HDMI cable out to do HDMI clone to the capture card, and it's a little easier to deal with than trying to stream from the desktop, especially like if you're like have limited desktop space, for example. It can be.
I think we forgot to turn on the DVD recorder for Shinobi last night.
Yeah,
we did,
told me
but-
that.
but it was a mercy kill.
It was a mercy kill, J-Man. Just highlight like up until the final boss and leave it.
Frankly, I'm the AGDQ, the last one, considering that we hardly lost any footage at all. That was like a freak occurrence. I'm surprised we didn't lose more than we did.
How many DVD recorders do you use over there?
We had, well, technically 4, but one of them was a disc-based recorder that we only used for the two-way races. There were 3 that were really used, but what we were doing is we were swapping them out like every 15 or 20 hours or so, and somebody in the next room was burning discs off while we were using the other one. We can't really do that here because we need the 2 we have here.
How many hours do those record?
About 60 hours, I think. For the first day or so, also we were just having this issue with Twitch, where whatever server we were connected to, we were not getting as much upload bandwidth as we should have been. There was nothing wrong with our network, and there was nothing wrong with our CPU, but it kept dropping frames because for some reason, whatever Twitch server we were uploading to was not giving us the upload bandwidth.
They've been having that problem. Isn't there a solution on
Once I figured out that that's what the problem was, I was able to find an option in XSplit to switch to a different Twitch server, and as soon as I did that, the problem went away. Well, I mean, the DVD recording should be fine, so at least there's that, but I mean, it's still, the XSplit recordings might still like drop the webcam footage a little bit, it might look kind of choppy, but that's not as bad as losing game footage. Python's probably my favorite language now for just like small little projects like that, where I don't necessarily need to worry about squeezing every last drop of performance out of it. Other than that, C++.
We can tell who's not the tech guy in this conversation.
Okay, we're back.
Wait, we're back. Oh, hey, cool. Fetal, were you holding an NES cart during that whole interview?
I sure was. That's what I think now. As I walk
And he's holding it for the duration of the Rygar interview as well.
Oh, really? I was.
Still hearing echo.
That's Suyama. It's you, Mike.
It's me. I thought I muted the stream in my end.
And it's
Yeah,
still,
I thought you were holding like a little notepad with questions, and I thought, no, that's not right.
Yeah, that's not right.
No way Fiesel will be that well prepared. But yeah, that answers all our tech stuff.
I take
That-
Rygar
that-
everywhere.
And then, hey, I guess this is a question for all of you guys. Oh my goodness. How Essentia first though? How did it compare to SGDQ from last year? Would you say?
I'd say, well, we raced a lot more this year.
Double, right?
More
Yeah.
than double, I think.
yeah, last year was it was 21,000 on the chip in, and this year it was like 46,000
Yeah.
on the chip in.
Mad good.
And
Yeah,
we had major pimps from Twitch this year too for this.
Yeah.
They were all over it.
Yeah, and there's a lot more people who came this year, probably about twice as many.
Yeah, even for that, it really wasn't that crowded. I mean, it seemed to be just as crowded as last time, even though I knew that there was more people there. I don't know what it was, but it was still like really comfortable.
Yeah, I
Like,
guess that's true.
It wasn't like classic games done quick, like where if you had to go to the bathroom, you had to like say excuse me to like 10 other people before you went to the bathroom, like push them aside a bit. Excuse
So
me.
it was.
The far side of your basement there, and you have to leave. You just can't. You're stuck for the next few
You
games.
are. You're-
So in terms of feeling and general atmosphere, then it was sort of similar to last year, was then, just with more people?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. I don't know. I mean, it's my house. I'm so used to it. It always feels like home to me. But what did it feel like to the others who came?
Wait, is this Gombil playing? What's he doing with that pad? Why is he holding it wrong?
Holding it wrong.
Don't worry about
Look
it.
at him.
Yeah, that was strange. I don't
He
know.
knows what he's
That
doing.
was
He
wrong.
knows what-
No, he clearly doesn't. That's what the 3 prongs are for. Anyway, regardless. And I guess this one. So how is what makes summer games different from awesome games?
I can answer that one. So
Go.
So what makes it different is that because there's less people, and because it's a lot easier to talk to everyone and get more acquainted with everyone. Like one of the things with Awesome Games Done Quick that I was trying to do is that I was trying to talk to as many people as I could, and I think I maybe managed to talk to 50-60% of the people, but Summer Games, it was really easy to talk to everyone because the space was smaller. And you didn't have to go out on food trips because the food was all provided for because Essentia and Denton are awesome hosts. And
This is it. Yeah.
and you
You're
see
holding
that-
cards here too.
It's
These are
Summer
different
Games.
NES cards as well. I wanted, for the record, chat, I wanted that to be our intro video for the tweet. To have Fiesel waving at the camera like that. I thought that would be the perfect intro, but I guess we
Yeah.
didn't have enough time to get it done.
That was actually the Fiesel interview.
The other thing is that there's also
Sorry, mate. Yeah. Carry on.
there's also some different people there because there's a lot of people who can't make it to Awesome Games Done Quick, and so Summer Games Done Quick is closer to them. Like Riskbreaker Y, a lot of the Utah people like Tranquilite, Raif, Darkwing Duck.
There's quite a few guys in Utah,
Yeah.
aren't there?
Yeah,
Runners.
there's
Yeah.
at least 7 or 8 speedrunners in Utah. So
Is Annie in Utah too, or is he just
Yes.
nearby?
Yeah, he is.
Yeah. It's crazy how there just seems to be so many.
Yeah, concentration.
It is the speedrunning mecca. Every speedrunner must make a pilgrimage there to complete their speedrunning training. Alright, and the final thing that makes it different is because, like I was saying before about the schedule, is that because I can be looser with the schedule and allow more games in this, the schedule is different because A, it's different, there's some different runners, and B, the schedule's not as pressed for space as it is in Awesome Games Done Quick.
You get a pretty big variety of games, and there's a whole load of games there that would never be at AGDQ.
Yeah, like Final Fantasy VIII would have never been at Awesome Games Done Quick.
Yeah. It wouldn't have been.
Yeah.
Or
But
Link
I mean,
Pass, the 4-minute version.
that could probably be slotted in somewhere.
You think so? Instead
But
of
yeah, that was. I want to say. I don't want to say casual, but it seemed like a more casual environment. I guess I don't really know. Not that AGDQ is super serious or anything.
I think you mean like a more relaxed,
More like yeah, that's it.
formal environment.
Informal. That's
Yeah,
perfect.
it was more informal.
right.
Part
You
of it
eventually
was our
started to feel
approach to it. And yeah, part of it is that it's in a house. We're not at a we're not the the 4-H center, and and because it's a little easier to keep track of everything there. It's not as it doesn't have to be as regimented.
See, here's something I wondered about that. Being at a house, did you guys just never go outside because you didn't need to do food runs, or?
Yeah, pretty much. I didn't go outside until
That makes sense so bad.
All the windows were bolted down. And
Look, there's blinds. All the blinds are down. Like,
right.
I'm trying to think of the times I went outside at AGDQ, if not for food, and there weren't any. It was to
true. A few
leave.
people went into the backyard to help Denton cook. He cooked most of the stuff outside, so.
Oh, barbecues. Oh, nice.
Yeah, he grilled. Yeah, and barbecued.
well, AGDQ, you'd go outside if you wanted to talk to someone who was smoking.
Yeah,
Yeah, that was it. Which
for the Promote Cancer office. That's the
The Promote Cancer office, yeah.
Yeah, but here's the thing. I went outside to eat fast food and smoke a cigar. Outside wasn't healthy for me. I should have just stayed inside all day.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Funny how that worked out.
Yeah, so
Well, the
Actually,
difference is it was like snowing and really cold in Maryland. And
it
actually,
was
this
true.
time it was completely beautiful. I mean, I flew
Oh, yeah.
out from Texas where it was like 95 Fahrenheit, and it was like a really mild 60 there. And not to mention like the views and stuff in Salt Lake City are amazing.
yeah, the temperature was really good and the weather was really nice, and that really helped out for the hike that we took after the marathon. Yeah, speaking of healthy, like I think I gained. No!
Speaking of healthy,
By this scene, speaking of healthy, not this.
Perfect timing.
Mentally and physically. But,
I love how he's telling us that
I
he's
think
tried
I
this
gained-
before and got really sick, and here he
Yeah.
goes doing it again.
I think I gained about 4 pounds at the marathon because Denton just kept him pushing so much food on. Like, I mean, if there's one sin that he has, he's a food pusher. He pushes.
he's
But he is really an amazing guy. Like I can't.
he's
stress
very
that-
friendly and generous, but a good 80-90% of that is all him giving you food.
Oh no. More like 70-80%. But no, but like he was always making sure everything was okay. He'd always make sure like everything was covered and provided for. He was a really good host.
He's also the only guy who can find 5 guys easily.
Yeah.
He's a magician.
Well, see, Denton told me, he said, since he wasn't speedrunning any games, what he would work on is the food.
Yeah.
So all the rest of us could work on our speedruns.
And he had
I
the
think
best
he improved his
performance
personal
of the
best by a
marathon.
little bit. Yeah.
I think he did too. He definitely provided on that front, and he's a really good cook.
Yeah.
Great sloppy joes, fantastic.
At great sloppy joes.
All right, cool. And then I guess prizes and that. We got a section about prizes. Is it the same deal? I know we had more cool T-shirts this year.
Yeah, that was actually kind of a last minute thing because I was, because Carrie Fry said that she was going to do a design for Summer Games Done Quick. Then, I think it was early in May where I was like, oh, I need to ask the Yeti, what they're doing. And then the Yetis were like, oh yeah, we're going to have 3 T-shirt sales so that we can have sales throughout the entire marathon. I'm like, whoa, that's awesome.
It was super cool. I saw a T-shirt and I was like, oh wow, that's a really good one. Hey, wait, Carrie did 2, and I was like, hang on, wait, no, these are 3 different shirts by 3 different people.
Yeah,
Like-
exactly.
They were all awesome too.
Yeah.
And that, how much of the total was from T-shirt sales? Like a whole bunch, right?
It was like
Yeah, it was
2,500, right?
3,000.
Oh yeah.
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 And then
they're
I think
all,
the Yeti
yeah.
just threw an extra 500 to name Gao Keyfry. Just Carrie
Yeah.
Fry's nickname.
Yeah.
Lots
So-
of photos.
The Yeti was loving it too.
Oh,
And-
yeah.
Yeah.
The guys from the Yeti were hanging out in chat like the entire marathon.
Yeah, and they really love. They seem to really love watching the marathon. And I remember after Awesome Games Done Quick, Carrie Fry said that the Yeti really liked working for us because we were their best sale ever. So they really went out of their way. Summer Games Done Quick
Yeah.
for us.
Who did all of these? There's so many pearlers.
So much. Yeah.
Yeah.
Castle.
A lot.
A lot of them were from Mecha Richter and Umeko.
Yeah.
And there were like at least 3 or 4 other people who did pearlers. Like I know one was Carrie Fry's husband, Retro Gamer Ryan. Like I honestly can't even
Wait,
remember.
you have a cut man from the cartoon animation cell.
Okay, yeah, Kirk Q.
Certificate of authenticity.
Kirk, you got those.
Yeah, for the marathon, and he also bought some Sonic keychains.
Oh, that Kirby picture was awesome.
Yeah, the
I
Kirby
won that.
picture was awesome.
Oh, Beefcake Donald. Oh, these are Sonic's. Yeah. It was
Oh man, Worlds of Power! I'm so
I read way too much of that.
Those were good. Those are good. The Worlds of Power magazine books.
man.
Yeah.
I'm so sad I didn't read it.
Oh my god, look at this, so much stuff.
Yeah.
We got
Whoa, nice slow-mo there too. Oh man, there's so many goodies.
Original manuals for
Oh, look at those. BVV pearlers.
Is
sports.
the Seawolf one holding up all those prizes?
Oh, there's
Wolf One was the grand prize there. You have his diligence and tech station skills. He put in a $10 donation during Summer Games Done Quick.
Yeah, that was sweet. And then I guess we got highlight moments. Are we just gonna play these videos and talk about our own, or what? How's this actually gonna work? Tell you what, we'll just talk about highlight videos, and if we mention one of these, we'll play a video. How's that go?
Yeah, just talk about highlights. I mean, I don't have too many videos like picked out, but if I come across some while you're talking, then yeah, I'll throw it up.
Yeah. So I didn't actually get to watch that much. I watched about 10 to 12 runs, partly because I had to work, and partly because when I got home from work, there were either runs that I wasn't interested in, or I was just really busy. But I can actually list all the ones I watched. I watched.
So if Final Fantasy VIII was one of the runs, that would be like
it
would be like 5 hours.
I got home at 5:30 one night, and Final Fantasy VIII was on. And when I went to bed at 11:30, Final Fantasy VIII was finishing. So that didn't really help out for watching a lot of runs. But I saw a whole bunch. I'll just go through them and say what I thought. I guess I watched Going Commando, Ratchet and Clank, which was pretty sweet run, even though it was New Game Plus. It was a bit dull. I watched Typing of the Dead, which is basically the greatest run ever. I was so pumped for watching that run because I've been watching Peaches stream it a whole bunch, and seeing him do it live, and it got a really good reception from the chat.
Yeah,
And
that was
I
really
know
good.
Mike wasn't too sure about it before, right?
Well, actually, I'll be honest with you. What I was going to do with it was that I was just going to put it as a donation center because I figured it would be met. But then
Alright.
when games were getting cut from the schedule, I just figured to add it in anyways.
Yeah, it was awesome. I mean, it was Peach. The game's funny on its own, so
Yeah.
Peaches or anyone watching didn't. They just had to watch and react to it, and it was perfect.
Yeah.
It is really.
I liked being there in person to see the game for the first
Yeah.
time. I just liked how out of all of the questions that Peaches got one where the answer was Athena.
Yeah.
Just like
The game
that.
was really nice with the good words for it. The only one he didn't have, which was my favorite, which was one of the bosses, the 3 heads. The question was, what are you going to do after you finish playing this game? And the answer was like, duh, play more video games. And I thought that was awesome. Because the others were like, go talk to my mother. Like, go clean my room. They were the wrong answers, but then I also watched Mega Man 9 10 because Duckfist ran them, and Duckfist destroyed Mega Man 10.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Like, he absolutely. PJ and I were in chat with each other watching, and we were like, "What? Like, this isn't even fair."
Because Duckfist's so casual when he plays too.
Yeah.
Like when he does something good, he's like, "Wow, that was good." When he does something bad, he's like, "Ah."
He's one of those guys that
Yeah, that's pretty
perfectly
much
does something, and then afterwards he's like, "Yeah, that's kind of hard. I can get it maybe like 3% of the time." Carries on. And then I watched some Rockman and Forte. Sonic Adventure DX is one of my favorite runs of the marathon. Actually, that was really cool to watch. That was Mapler, right? Ran that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which run?
Sonic Adventure DX.
Yeah, that was.
Yes.
Yeah, that was definitely a highlight run for me too.
That
Because it's
was-
just so funny because the platforms in those games are just like they're just suggestions and abstract representations. They don't even exist. They're just like
Fly so far. It was awesome, and it was a great run. Really cool.
I mean, it's something that I think anybody that can kind of appreciate, especially like if you haven't played it, because it just almost makes no sense. It's so fast, and like there's a couple of parts where he's just like falling for like a minute straight, and you can't see anything. It's like,
that's the thing. Like I never played it, and I thought it was really entertaining.
The cool thing is those falling things exist. They still exist in Sonic Generations. There are still levels that you can complete like that. We just fall for ages. It's amazing. And then I watched Aria of Sorrow and Soten, which were both pretty sweet. SimCity, which was fun. And then I watched Nez and Fiesel do their Mario thing, and Dunius too. Super Mario Land and Super Mario World runs. They were pretty sweet. Fiesel was just jamming out, going to the wrong level the first time.
Yeah.
Accidentally went to Dinosaur House or whatever it is.
Oh yeah, that was the highlight. I like that.
Yeah.
Diesel was confident he could win.
Yeah.
You know, I was
And
just
then-
like completely shocked about the success of SimCity. Like, I don't know how everyone got so hyped for that, but somehow it happened, and Kay just like completely delivered. It was.
I guess I
really interesting.
technically watched Maniac Mansion too.
Oh yes.
I have to agree with Scout. Portal was the best run any marathon yet, pretty much. I mean,
I miss Portal. Yeah.
in previous marathons were like over 25 minutes, and
And they were
Zimbabwe
console
did it,
though,
like,
weren't they?
no, I mean Rom Scout did in PC once,
All right.
and Zimbabwe did it in like 12 minutes 15 seconds, which is like maybe 15
That's-
seconds off his personal best. So it was
yeah.
crazy.
Obliterated that.
Yeah, it was on at like 2 a.m. on a Thursday night, so I couldn't make that one, unfortunately. But I wanted to watch it. Then the only other ones, I watched a bit of Muramasa, which looked really sweet. That run looked really cool.
Yeah, that was really cool. That's a
Yeah,
really
I would have liked to watch it. I never played it myself, so.
Yeah. And then I watched a bit of Katamari Forever at the end, which made me just think I could do better. So, not that the run was bad, but it's Fiesel. I've been spending too much time with Fiesel. I think I could just nab that from him. And I was a bit annoyed, to be honest, that Shadow and Light wasn't on the donation list for the song for the final level. Because that is the best song in the game. It's the credits music. But I don't know if you played the credits or not. I don't think you did.
Yeah, I don't know if that's even eligible choice. I mean, Deathfire didn't mention it.
It
so.
is. It is. I looked it up. I tried it on my version of the game. Anyway, regardless, so that was actually all of what I watched because time restraints and whatnot. But you guys can talk about your highlights, but you don't have to list all of them. I figured I could get away with it because I didn't watch that much.
And you like talking, so.
And I love talking.
I was really impressed by the Star Tropics run that Darkwing did. He started the marathon off with a deathless Star Tropics run. Like, just destroyed that game.
It was like the complete opposite of his run last year, where he was like, if I die in this run, then something horrible is happening. Dies like 7 times throughout.
Yeah. Yeah, and he had like a minute and a half blunder at the beginning. Like, he forgot what NPCs to talk to, and I'm like, oh no. No, Darkwing.
Yeah, exactly. Like,
But then he
started off
just-
with the blooper, and then like he just completely recovered from that.
Yeah, just crushed it.
Yeah, and
the
then James
Rygar
had
race.
also got a deathless Star Tropics 2, and he was looking a bit shaky in that game before the marathon, but he delivered. So
He did.
I
go
heard that
deathless,
was
right?
some of the best luck. Well, the game was very nice to him in that run, is what I heard.
Yeah, the luck was phenomenal.
Yeah.
But it was a good run regardless.
Yeah. That's what I wanted to make sure of when I said he got lucky, because I don't want to make it sound like he did bad. But what were you going to say there, PJ, about Rygar?
Yeah, the Rygar race was incredible too.
Yeah,
Like, I'm pretty sure both Fiesel, you can probably say, I don't have to speak for you, but I'm pretty sure that neither of them were really happy with the way their runs went. But it was so close.
That was
Like,
kind of what I was expecting, though. I mean, because Rygar is one of those things where, I mean, if you're just doing attempt after attempt, you know, you get used to resetting. But trying to stick with a run when you have a death, I mean, the game comes down to who has the least bad death, you know, and that's basically what it was. But man, it was just great that it was so close at the end.
Just a question in that one. Did Darkwing overtake you with better lag luck in various sections of the game? Because I know whenever he got records, his lag luck was ridiculous.
Yeah, well, that didn't end up playing much of a factor in it. Really, it was the fact that I died in a really bad spot. Two pretty bad spots, but one of them was really bad, and that's what basically caused him to catch up. And then we were basically neck and neck after that, but because I had died I died after the grind, and he died before the grind, so he already had all the mind points that you need to earn, so I had to actually stop and, you know, for like 15 seconds or whatever to earn that stuff. So that was the deciding factor in the end.
We were taking bets in the chat.
I heard that.
It was, trying to think, it was me against Sinister, I know that. And then I think
and
Butters was on my
think
team.
Butters bet on Fiesel, because Butters, whenever he bets on someone, they lose.
They lose, yeah.
Yeah.
Butters bet on Zaki Dragon for the Trio of the Punch race.
Yeah, and he bet on
Against me.
Tiki for the Mega Man X race.
Yeah. He didn't have good luck with that one. I was like, okay, I'm betting on Europe. Who wants to bet against me? And Butters was like, I'll do it. And then at the end of the run, Butters was like, oh. Right. But he's a good guy because he actually goes through with his donation bets.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, speaking of the Rygar
people
race, sorry to interrupt there, but we do have like an interview that covers a lot of stuff from that,
Oh my goodness.
as well as just general Darkwing Duck and Fiesel stuff.
Let's do it. That's a good time for it because we don't actually have Fiesel here. These are all recordings of Fiesel.
I'm not here. So,
I think
All right.
I'm not here.
Play it out.
So
Marcus.
here's
Let's
this
go.
interview with Darkwing Duck and Fiesel.
pay attention.
I didn't bring my Rygar card with me.
I sleep with my right eye, so it's never far away.
So how did the race go?
Well,
It was close, but it shouldn't have
You're
been.
holding
One of
another
us should have
damn
blew out the
card.
other. You know,
Which one?
we didn't play terribly well. We died in really bad spots.
there were some bad spots, but
And then we ended up, after that, right together. And the only problem is he had an issue with mind points, or it would have been really close at the end.
yeah. So I had basically one of the worst deaths you can get in that run, and
I had one of the other. I had two really bad ones, and it didn't even match his one bad one.
yeah, so
Okay.
that was bad. But I tried to play it safe even. I think.
Even through because I didn't see his. We were very intense. I don't know if I didn't watch his TV much at all. We were right next to each other, so I just heard the death and what happened. You know, I was so focused on.
I don't know. I just
mine.
nicked a monster somehow. Yeah. But we were neck and neck for a while.
Yeah,
I think it was an interesting race.
that made it good for her.
You know,
It was really entertaining. I checked out the chat and people were going crazy.
Oh, they were. Well, the setup for this was, I challenged Fiesel. When did I challenge you for this? Like either at AGDQ
January
or something like that. It's like, I know we had talked about doing some sort of Rygar competition, and I challenged him to a Rygar race at SGDQ, and that's the only way we could compete with each other is to pick up each other's strats, just to match, just to keep up.
So there you go. Having two people working on the same speed run, very good thing.
Oh yeah, it's
Yeah.
great for getting low times. It just, what's terrible about it is that one of us is not going to have the record.
Right, and right now it's him by a large margin, but I'm not done.
Yeah,
yet, so we'll see what
it's kind of
happens.
disappointing because the 2301 is improvable. I got a 2307 right before SGDQ.
And you had to almost.
And I had another one, 2304, where I got it like, and they didn't feel like they were great runs. That's the weird thing. It's like, I can improve. This could have been better. This could have been better.
We have still tomorrow to go. Are you guys playing any other games?
Oh, we're done. Yeah, I'm
Both of you done?
So
Okay.
it's goofing off time for me.
Yeah.
Okay. As if you haven't been goofing off
Yeah.
so far.
I've been practicing a lot, actually.
Yeah.
I haven't been goofing.
Yeah, I've been mostly goofing off and kind of. I had a good first 2 runs, but Zelda, everything except Ganon went really well.
It was a good run.
Yeah. I just feel disappointed about dying in Zelda.
Yeah.
But it's nice. I like it. It's a nice, smaller atmosphere.
Yeah.
A little bit more leeway in the choice of games. Legacy of the Wizard got in. Athena. One of the highlights of this marathon wouldn't have been in HGDQ probably unless we did it.
I think it's great. I think it's great that we have the two really. It's really good that they're distinct from each other. More SGDQ from AGDQ because that's the main one. But it's really good that it has its own feel to it.
And how would you compare this SGDQ versus the last one? I mean, what was different about it?
It's bigger this year. There's more people here.
This time we recorded things. That's one difference.
Yeah, that's one difference.
But there's still a ton of food.
Yeah, there's always there's a ton of food.
That's a nice thing about this versus AGDQ this was
catered.
Yeah, this would cost less than AGDQ. I mean, if you don't count travel, and it's just mounds and mounds of unlimited food. So totally worth it.
Yeah, it's I say essential, but Denton's just as just as important. So, Flicky, you've got to be jealous. I've got Diesel,
and I've got Reinhardt.
All right.
Cool. Thanks, guys. We'll see you at the next one.
Oh, we're dorks.
We are.
We're back.
I am so jealous. That's not even fair.
I'm jealous of Rygar.
Because Fiesel's got Rygar. Is that better than having Fiesel, or
Yeah.
is Fiesel having you better?
No, Fiesel having you is better.
Oh, dang, okay. Well, now I'm doubly jealous. But that's cool. I mean, a lot of people said that Summer Games Done Quick had the best races of any marathon yet.
Yeah, I don't know what it is, but Summer Games Done Quick always seems to have the really good races, and then the Awesome Games Done Quick they kind of vary. I don't know what it is.
Yeah,
Japan
really
released Done Quick.
What no one's mentioned yet is that apparently the Athena race was awesome.
I was just going to mention it. I didn't see it. What was so
Yeah,
awesome about
I
it?
wanted to see it myself, but I had to sleep.
You haven't seen it yet?
No,
So,
I don't want to see it until I beat the game.
Essentia, did you watch it live?
Yeah,
Yes, I woke up at 5:30 in the morning so I could see it
Her
live.
brother, so she had to see it.
Go on, tell us a bit. Why was it so good?
Okay, well, it started off, it was Brosentia and Dragon Dark got game over on the first level. He couldn't beat the first boss. So Brosentia was ahead by quite a bit for most of the game, but somehow, I remember what happened. The boss rush at the end. Brosentia was almost all the way done with the boss rush and he died. When you die, you have to start clear back at the beginning of the boss rush. And so then they were pretty close. Brosentia was still ahead, and Dragon Dark was maybe a minute or so behind. And they got to the final boss, and Dragon Dark had a stronger weapon than Brosentia did. And so it was just really intense, and they ended up beating it within 10 seconds of each other.
Wow.
It's quite ridiculous.
Yeah.
The fact that both of them even beat it is a miracle.
Yeah, exactly.
See, that's totally different from what I read in the chat. What someone told me in the chat was, they said, wow, who would have thought that at this marathon we would have 2 deathless Athena runs?
No, they weren't death.
Obviously not what actually
No way.
happened.
No, to not give up Athena runs. I mean, that alone is amazing. I think half the people watching were just wanted to see what would come of that. This game that neither person was confident they could even finish.
Yeah, exactly.
It could have been a complete train wreck, and I think people just, were
And then
just-
people were comparing it to the Kingdom Hearts 2 race because of how close it was.
What? I like how at SGDQ we featured all these famous games, Mario 64 getting thousands of viewers typically on people's streams, and all these Zeldas and Final Fantasy, but everyone's screaming for Athena, Sim City, Typing of the Dead? What?
Well, you have to remember, one of the most talked about games since the marathon and during the marathon, the Awesome Games Done Quick, was Lagoon.
Yeah, exactly.
True.
Subterranean.
Color a dinosaur.
Subterranea.
Color a dinosaur. It's like... But anyway, I mean, yeah, I mean, go for it. Anyone else who wants
Oh
to talk
yeah,
about
Garrison
Die Hard?
brings up a good one. Die Hard.
Oh, Die Hard, yeah. Talk about
Crazy.
Die
That
Hard.
was amazing.
I
I've
heard
got a little clip.
So intense.
I
Yeah,
heard
let's
that
see that.
Kirk Hugh pulled out of Die Hard. He said he wouldn't be able to do it. Or...
Well, yeah, that's the
He
funny
did.
thing. Like he offered on the schedule. I'm like, whatever. It's 10 minutes. I don't care. And I just added to the schedule. He's like, oh, Mike, I don't think I can do it. I'm not consistent enough at it. You'll have to take it off the schedule. And then you know, like when I meet up with him, just right, you know, as the marathon's about to start, he's like, Mike, I can do Die Hard again. I'm like, what? What is this? What is this? And
Well-
the reason why Die Hard got back in the schedule is that I think during or after Typing of the Dead, someone threw in a donation for $35 and Peaches could do whatever he wanted with it. And then Peaches asked me if he could put Die Hard back on the schedule. And I'm like, I guess $50 because it's so short. And then, so that $35 went towards Die Hard. And then Rom Scout threw another $15 towards Die Hard. So Die Hard was all donations from people at the marathon.
Yeah, this is my kind of game. It's so weird. It makes no sense. The run is really literally him just walking up and down stairs for a long time until he can finally, you know, go to the level where he needs to beat the game.
Important point, though, Fiesel. He walks on glass, so his foot power decreases, so he's
Right.
taking up more time as he's walking up and down stairs.
Right, he's trying to eat up in-game time, and so, yeah, you lose more in-game time when your feet are damaged going up and down the stairs. And so you just do that for a long time, and then you have to play this ridiculous stage with bullets flying everywhere.
There are a lot of bullets. This is
Yeah,
like an
It's
obscene
really
amount.
hard.
Yeah.
And there's Fog of War.
I know, really, like, Fog of War for an NES game, it's like dynamically changing. It's great.
Oh, and here's the best part. This game has an actual link to Subterranea. Tony Van was I think he was like the main designer for this game, and he was the executive producer for Sega when Subterranea was being made. So he is linked to both this game and Subterranea.
Lucky guy.
A lucky guy. No. And he said that even though this game is flawed, he is still proud of it for having innovations that were not seen in a NES game to that day.
Pushing limits. Pushing the limits.
Pushing the limits. That's Tony Van.
So, did the chat love this too, or...?
I think they did. I didn't
I'm
get
sure
to
they
see
did.
the chat too much during this game, but I mean, it was super tense in the marathon room when he was doing this because he was almost done.
Yeah, you almost made.
It's such a ridiculous amount of bullets for a top-down, walking through rooms.
Yeah. It's like a cave shooter, but your hitbox is like 10 times bigger.
Oh, no, yeah, Die Hard, I'm glad to see it in. If it wasn't in that, though, it would have been played in the, 9 hours of bonus streaming that Peaches, Nez, Annie,
Yeah,
and Kirk you did. The non-stop stream, I turned on the stream one evening, and it was Peaches, Nez, Annie,
Right,
and
well, that was the day
Kirk.
everyone was
Yeah,
gone.
They
when
went for a
everyone else
hike.
when everyone else took a break from video games, they just decided to play more.
They just held it up, and they played
Yeah.
2 games at once for about
Yeah.
5 hours, and then the next day they did it again.
Yeah.
I watched Kirk try and play Superman 64 during that, and the chat quite enjoyed it.
Yeah, Superman 20%, Superman 64.
20%.
20% of the game.
Oh, did they show off that new funny screen cropping thing they discovered?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
okay, but Duckfist, this is kind of disappointing. Kurt Q recently discovered that doing the 20% thing only makes the game about 1% faster.
Yeah, it's only 1%.
Oh, man.
So
That's
it's
a
not.
disappointment.
I know.
It's worth it though.
You'll actually have to see the game now if you want to see it run.
I'm even more perplexed about why that's actually in there.
Alright,
Yeah.
we got one... Wait, no, we don't have no more things about games on this list, so if you guys want to mention any games you really... Oh, hang on, wait a second. We have Mike Racing TMNT versus the credits. That's also magic. Yeah, that's what it says. Highlight moments from the stream itself.
Mhm.
So, I mean, what's the
Where'd you
story
come up
there?
with that idea? When did you decide to do that?
I remember during one of Pox Norris streams, you know, he was doing a test run to see like how long everything was, and then he beat the game, and then we're just watching the ending, and he remarked how incredibly long the ending is, and it turns out the ending is something like 22, 23 minutes, including the credits. And then we kept and we had a joke like where we were like, when we should have something race the credits to Final Fantasy VIII. And then one of the bonus games that people could donate for was Turtles in Time. And then we were just thinking where to put on the schedule. I'm like, wait a minute, I could totally erase the FF8 credits. I'm like, it's perfect.
So that must have been a pretty close race too, then, right? Because if you said 20,
close race. I only beat the FF8 credits by a minute. Like it had the lead.
That is an obscene amount of credits, though. What the hell is?
Yeah. I think the Final Fantasy VI credits are probably longer than that.
They are.
Yeah.
Probably by about 10 minutes even. Yes, they're really long.
So you have to sit through that once you're done with your run. You have to sit through the ending, do you?
I mean, you don't have to, but...
But see, my ending had Magitech.
Yeah, I was just going to say, you have to when you have Magitech.
Sorry, I had to do it. I else could not do it, so...
Alright, I mean, are there any more game things you want to do, or should we go into these behind-the-scene ones?
That was a highlight.
That was a highlight.
I liked the Contra block, actually.
Yeah, Contra 3.
Kay had a really good Contra 4 run.
Yeah, Contra 3 was really tense. Unfortunately, yeah, Kay didn't quite make it through the fourth boss. That was like
he was so close though.
Quite high intensity. Like he didn't even call serious time, but just everyone was in a serious time mode.
Yeah.
Like,
he was real close. Didn't he break one of the turrets?
Yeah,
he was on the bottom turret left.
He was either really. I think he was either really close to breaking the bottom turret, or he just broke it as he died.
Yeah, and the top one was already broken.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, there's the other.
Stable.
The other thing we heard a lot about was Celeste in Sonic 2, which I didn't see.
Yeah.
That was definitely a highlight.
Which
she really enjoyed doing that.
Yeah. She has a good tail. She'll go far as a Sonic runner. Although I thought you were more of a Nintendo household, but I'm glad that she's thinking outside of the box.
I have a Sonic collection on PS2, so
you don't want her to grow up like Uyama or NES Kamikaze or anything who don't realize these other consoles exist. PJ only plays
Especially
SNES.
if you pick the wrong one, like N64.
Ouch, painful. Yeah, I mean, I can't really remember what the other games even were.
Well, this one's kind of selfish, but I'm really glad with how my Sands of Time run went, because I was really disappointed with how it went during Awesome Games Done Quick.
Was it in French?
It was in French again. Eli did donate again.
Yeah.
They don't mess around.
Yeah, they do not mess around.
But this time you actually nailed the time tricks.
Yes, I nailed both rewind tricks. I got the mess hall skip, and I was something like 8.5 minutes faster than my Awesome Games Done Quick run.
You were like half asleep at Awesome Games Done Quick. I remember you practicing and you were like barely awake.
Yeah.
So, just a few I've spotted. So how did the indie block go? VVV, Cave Story, Aquaria. Was that all smooth and nice? Or?
Yeah, VVV was really entertaining. Tranquilite had some new tricks to show off. The extra levels were really fun to watch. Cave Story, Nitrodon, like, he he had a death that cost him 8 minutes because
Ouch.
because of where he saved.
Wow.
Yeah, because it's based in your save points. I think aside from that, it went pretty well. I didn't really catch Aquaria, but that run had incredible technical problems starting up.
As with all the PC games, from what
Yeah,
Yeah.
like PC games are always going to run into some problem.
Typing of the Dead did too. I remember it was about 10-15 minutes before that one.
Yeah, because like we couldn't run it full speed.
It wouldn't fit, yeah.
Yeah, Aquaria was the biggest one. That's just because the screen settings, the video settings got messed up, and so it had to get reset.
So, I mean,
Thursday night Twitch was having some issues Thursday night, which was unfortunate.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
was unfortunate.
Like there was a huge, what was it? There was a big League of Legends tournament or something.
last weekend?
No, during the marathon.
SGDQ. No, there wasn't.
There was
oh,
something.
It was more
There was
the
something
server-
big going on, and they kept the upload.
It was
I
just
think that was more the
show
server
match,
issue
yeah.
that UA was talking about. That for some reason XSplit defaults to, well, sometimes default to Twitch server that's not the best. And once he changed the Twitch server that he connected to, we were able to use the full upload.
Oh, that's all it was?
I
That was
so.
on the first day.
Oh, good.
Yeah, I don't know why. I don't know why why that should be an issue at all, but it is sometimes.
Alright, so, I mean, I guess what we should recap is just how you guys thought your own runs went. You know, do that briefly, because, I mean, you guys are all there. Get a moment to talk about it. So, if we start with Duckfist, how your Mega Man runs went. I mean, I already know 10 went amazingly.
Well, they went good. And just for both me and Fiesel, we actually have interviews with us. So I guess I could start one for me right now. We already did Fiesel and Darkwing, so we kind of covered
This
that.
is some meta interviewing then.
Yes. So I'm too
Alright,
lazy
go
to do
for
it. I already did it once, so I'm not doing it again. So
Let's go for it.
Yeah. So here it is.
Yeah, our Mega Man run.
It's dangerous leaving us
So,
to Fiesel
speaking
to
of
film.
Mega Man runs, Duckfist, did you play Mega Man at this marathon?
I've been known to play a few Mega Man games.
Alright, so you ran Mega Man, what, 9 and 10?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mega Man 9 Buster only. It was a
Yeah,
donation incentive.
and all the donations came in pretty much during the Mega Man block, as I recall. I mean, I think as of the night before, it had like $20-30 for it.
Yeah, surprisingly, it had low support until people realized. I guess nobody really knew
Yeah.
about it. I don't really know.
I'm really hoping we can get superhero mode next time, though. Just we've done Buster
Yeah,
only.
Ron Scout and I are thinking about it. Anyways, regarding donations with the Mega Man games, Mega Man 10 had the donation goal for special stages. There's 3 special stages in the game. They're downloadable content. They cost $1 each. And that was met, like, before I even got here. I mean, it was like $60 each.
Like
and
within the first
it was
couple
done.
hours of the marathon, somebody dropped $60 for the MM10 special stages.
So, I mean, that was really cool. You know, I played... Well, of course, once Mega Man 9 was met, I played Mega Man 9 Buster only, and that went really well. It was 30 seconds faster than my HDQ run last year, which that was like 30 seconds faster than the previous SGDQ run.
So get out, Mike.
Yeah.
I mean,
Oh no! It's the usual Buster only. I mean, I do want to mention that I've run Mega Man 9 Buster only and Mega Man 10 at the last 3 events, including this one.
Wow.
I mean, people like them, but I mean, I've done them so much, and I do want to say that both runs went really well for me this time. I mean, they were both much faster than previous events. Significantly faster.
So you're getting better, or you just had better luck?
A little bit of both. I mean, I've been better. You know, coming to this marathon, I am better than before. But before, my runs were always a little less than my current ability at that time. This time, it was more representative of my current skill level.
You're also used to playing live.
Yeah, just for some reason, I do better playing live. So I don't know. I was practicing. I did terribly during practice. Well, I don't know. It's on and off because I did set the Mega Man 10 record back at HGDQ last 3. I don't know. It makes no sense. But they went so well. I didn't die on either game, and every marathon in the past, I've died at least once in one of my games. No, I got a text from Caleb, I think yesterday. He was upset that there were no Mega Man X games here.
Well, yeah, we just didn't have any runners.
Yeah,
for those.
we don't have the runners.
I guess technically ROM Scout, or maybe myself, but when
We-
I told them they set the standards way too high.
Yeah,
but-
Yeah.
Ron Scott had a lot of other
Yeah,
games,
it's-
though.
oh, yeah.
It's Caleb's fault we don't have Mega Man X here because everybody's expecting that kind of run.
I was glad to see Rockman and Forte make a marathon.
Yeah, that was
That's
good.
the first
And that was a
marathon
pretty-
with Mega Man 4 and Rockman.
And that was a pretty good run too.
Rumors have it that ROM Scout and I are going to be racing Mega Man Rain Superhero Mode at AGDQ, so
Oh, see here first.
yeah, so we'll see about that. The Mega Man 9, Buster Only, and 10 went so well, and I've played them so much, I think I'm not going to approach any future marathon with those runs. I mean, if they could be donation goals, depending on what our Mega Man schedule
Didn't you say you wanted to work with Mega Man 4?
Yeah.
I mean, you have been working.
Yeah, it needs a lot of work, but I do want to run Mega Man 4 for AGDQ using the eye gouging strats. That's not, the eye gouging doesn't occur in the game, it occurs in real life.
Yeah.
So NES or Mystery Collection.
Marathons is that, like, whenever I think that, maybe we should take a break from this game, it's always like, what? Why are you taking this game out of schedule?
Why do you hate
asshole!
Why do you hate Sony so
I'm
much?
like, what? I just thought I'd take a break! You back just said I'd take a break! No, add Splinter faces.
Okay, so it's not over.
Wait, is it over or not? Oh, okay.
Okay, now it is. I cut to black and then put that in for some reason, but yeah, there is.
Good stuff, good stuff. So, as you can see there, guys, this is what happens when you leave Fiesel with a camera.
Yeah.
Um,
No,
and
that's
about
not what
half-
happens. The other clips are.
Yeah, about half of what the clips you've seen have been rotated 90 degrees because Fiesel was holding the camera wrong. But either way, so I mean, yeah, Duckfist, that was Duckfist talking about his games. Well done, Duckfist.
Yes. Thanks. In short, it was fun.
And then Fiesel, I guess, how was Zelda 2? I guess you talked about all the others except Zelda 2.
Yeah, that's right. I already mentioned the other games, I guess. Zelda 2. The run went pretty well. I picked up all 3 extra lives, and I ended up with like 3 extra lives at the end. So I actually did better than I thought. Having shield doesn't hurt, but it was pretty well. That was probably the one that I practiced the most for. Well, Super Mario World, I think I practiced the most for, because that just requires a heck of a lot of practice. But Zelda 2 went well. Blindfolded Thunderbird fight was the funnest.
You should have clutched out, Fiesel. You should have clutched it out. I don't know what was wrong with you.
Completely random boss with no audio cues. Sounds like a perfect candidate.
I missed the run, but how many times did you bounce on the kid's head?
A healthy amount. I mean, more than a little. Gotta get
All right.
people, I guess.
I wanted to watch all of your runs, but they are not very useful a clock for me, some of them, so...
I think the funniest thing about Zelda 2 is that we actually had classic games done quick. And people were like, oh, Zelda 2, blah.
No one liked it.
Yeah, it's hit its switch back.
And then now people, Wiesel gets lots of viewers streaming Zelda 2, and people in chat were like, yay, Zelda 2! And it's like, I don't know what
That's just how trends go, Things are cool, then they're nerdy, then they're cool, then they're unhip again. It's the cycle.
Just like Flicky.
Yeah.
Flicky.
Average.
Oh, Flicky, he's all new and fresh and witty and zingy. Oh, Flicky talks so much.
Oh, he's such an asshole. I hate that guy. All right.
I'm just looking through the schedule here. There's a bunch of really cool runs that I wish we had clips of, but let's see. I liked watching Paperboy doing Riskbreaker Y doing Paperboy. That was good.
PJ, do you want to mention the mustache as a highlight?
Yeah, his mustache is fantastic.
Mustache is a highlight. Yes. It's fantastic. It's authentic.
He's a bit sad because people are paying more attention to his mustache than his runs.
Well, I missed all of his runs. I watched his Paperboy run a few times actually on SDA, and I was following his Double Dragon 3 progress. I was like one of the 3 viewers he had when he was streaming attempts back whenever he was doing that. I like watching him play games. He's really good.
His Tenchu run was surprisingly good.
Yeah,
Like,
I was going to ask about that. How was Tenchu?
he had some real trolling. Like everything that he said, oh, okay, as long as there's not a guy who follows me to the boss, and of course the guy follows him. And he's like, oh, as long as this doesn't happen, and of course that happens. And he was really getting shut down for a little while, but he bounced back, and it was a great run, in the
You
end.
shouldn't have had the microphone peripheral plugged in. As long as this doesn't happen. Oh no.
Yeah. You see what else? The Doom run too.
Yeah, Doom. I saw the end of Doom. Yeah, I saw the end of it before Typing of the Dead. It looked pretty decent.
Doom was really good. I was around for that run, and it was a really good run.
Yeah, he did some clipping,
Yeah, he did this really crazy clipping shortcut that like split the screen into 3. It was really weird.
All right, and Accenture, I guess. How did your runs go? Because you actually ran stuff as well.
Yeah, my first run was Donkey Kong Country 2, and this was the 3rd time I'd run it for an SDA marathon, and it was probably my best run that I've done for a marathon. But that was mainly just because of all the new tricks and stuff. I still wish it would have been better, but I didn't have enough time to practice it as much as I would have liked. But Final Fantasy VI went really well. I was really happy with that run.
You closed out another marathon. Is this the 3rd time now? Or?
Oh, the 2nd time.
Second. I suppose because it changed at the first AGDQ.
Yeah, it changed at the
first.
So, I mean, that went well. Did you suplex the train?
Yeah, I suplexed the train this time.
Yeah. And I remember she was nervous because she always died at the end of her RPG runs at marathons. But this marathon, she did not die once during her Final Fantasy VI.
Yes, I broke the curse. Yay!
Awesome.
Okay, so we just saw it there. Let's get ice cream out of the way. Can we talk about ice cream?
I think we have to.
Ice cream.
I heard Negleria loves ice cream.
Yes.
I think
How
the
much
deal
does he
is
love
he's
ice
trying
cream,
to-
Mike?
What?
Yeah. How much does he love ice cream, Mike? You saw it firsthand.
I don't know if he loves ice cream or if he hated it so much that he wanted to get rid of it as fast as possible.
After a while, it sure looked like he was loving the ice cream.
Yeah, but I don't know why he started that, but yeah, Ascension then went to Costco, and for those of you not familiar with Costco, if you're not American, it's basically this store where you can buy stuff in bulk. So you can get, 20 bags of potato chips, or 30 rolls of paper towels at once, or 20 rolls of toilet paper at once, and you get really good prices for them, but you can't buy less than 20 of something at once. And so they bought a lot of stuff from Costco, and I think one of the things they bought was ice creams. They had in these large gallon tubs.
We still have 2 of those left, by the way, that are completely full.
I bet Larry is licking his lips. He's like, next year. My revenge.
So Negleria just confirmed what I thought was his motivation. Because I think I mentioned it to you.
Yeah, during
whenever that was, Friday.
Fantasy 8
Flicky
Part
and
1.
Mike. Yeah, so Peaches came into the chat one day. It was the first day he was there, and he's like, "Hey guys, sup? Just single segmented a box of Lucky Charms." And we were like, "What? You mean just a whole box of Lucky Charms?" He's like, "Yeah, it was great." And then later on, we hear about Negleria trying to single segment this gallon of ice cream. And I knew it must have been because of Peaches.
Peaches is a dangerous person to be around sometimes.
Yeah.
Especially for a food or drinks race.
Yep.
And
Oh,
for sure.
Do you have any gallons of water?
Go on, Doc Fisk, go for it.
Okay, I was going to say, speaking of Nigleria, I do have an interview with the man. Not ice cream related, sadly. But, he did actually play games at Summer Games Done Quick.
Oh, go on then.
So here's the interview that I did with Nigleria. Once I find it. And there it is.
So this is Nigleria.
Yeah. Oh.
How far did you travel?
From Leduc, or just like might as well just be Edmonton, Alberta. So that's like 5 hours of plane ride.
Oh wow.
It's not too bad.
Okay. So what do you think of the event so far?
So far, it's been really fun. Like the bad games block especially has been really bad. But that's what it should be. And like Den make cooking food and everything. I don't know, like you just got here, but they made some pretty good meals. Breakfast was pretty good. Sloppy Joes yesterday were awesome.
Oh yeah.
And all the games so far, like what was it? The Athena race was like Dragon Darch was like he was like got stuck on stage 1, but managed to catch. Oh, I'm not even paying attention, but he managed to catch up, and he was only like 5 seconds behind by the end of it, and it was in such like a clutch boss fight. Lots of cool stuff like that. Let's see.
What the heck is that?
Oh god.
Misadventures of Ed and Eddie. Oh god.
It looks really bad.
It's terrible.
But yeah, like Sonic 1 has a ton of level wraps. Like this is Green Hill 2. This one I don't have consistently at all. You jump off, bounce off this guy, and I didn't get it. That's what happens most of the time. I'll just die on spikes. And even when I do get past the spikes, I'll just like die somewhere down the line. I'm not sure why or what's the reason. I had a thing like if I wait, okay, never mind. So now I'm just holding left, hoping I just don't die. And I died. Probably not enough, no. Whatever. But yeah, Sonic's a fun game to run. Sonic 2 is like, it's basically just a direct improvement over 1, with the exception of Sky Chase, a 2-minute auto-scroller.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I don't like Sky Chase.
So I know that Sonic is pretty much like your game series, but I know you ran Shadow of the Colossus at SGDQ. Do you have any other runs in mind in the future?
This one. I'm doing this tonight. Well, it's not tonight. It'd be like tomorrow morning.
Okay.
But No More Heroes. Yeah. There's other games I know how to run, but it's just like the Sonic ones, the ones I've been doing a lot. Actually, I guess like the first game I ever like really ran was like when I was a kid, like Mario Golf on the Game Boy Color. I didn't really like time it or anything. I would just like restart, delete all the files, and like try to beat the game like every day. I don't know if like I haven't done it in years, but that was a fun game. Like I didn't really like the console Mario Golfs, but the Game Boy ones were like both really good. I just played the crap out of those.
Will we see you at the next Awesome Games Done Quick?
Oh, definitely. There's no way I'm missing it. It's just, like that's like the most fun week you can have.
I agree.
It was awesome.
Well, thanks for the interview.
Yeah, no problem.
And we're back. So thanks to Nigleria for that nice interview there. That was the last one that I have. Once again, it was a pleasure to see him at the event. That was this is his 3rd marathon, I think. No,
Second.
Second, yeah. Awesome.
Second.
How was No More Heroes? Because I was kind of interested in that too.
I wanted to see that, but I was asleep. I heard that it was just a lot of fun, and that it was definitely good that it was late at night. That's what I heard.
All right, cool. So I mean, here we got Ninja Gaiden written down. What happened with Ninja Gaiden? Shut up, Mike. Shut up. It's GAI. That's gay.
No, that's definitely.
You don't know anything. How did it go?
Who invited Mike?
Yeah.
How did that get started anyway? Was it Romscout, I think, who was playing?
It was Romscout that randomly found it on J-Man's, I think, Wii. It was just like...
Yeah, J-Man's Wii had a lot of games. A lot of old games.
I think one person started playing, and then when people started asking questions, Rom would be like, okay, you try it. And then I think that's just how it started.
So yeah, basically the controller was getting passed around. It was like the how far can you get in Ninja Gaiden challenge. So it was got a lot of interest.
And I think Fiesel, you were the only one that actually completed the game.
No, I was the first one to do it just barely, just because Nitrodon passed out. He and I were basically, trading off at some point.
Okay.
I beat it, Nitrodon beat it, and then the one-upsmanship began. So Nitrodon was not, content with that, so he had to beat it low percent. So he went through and did that, and then J-Man had to beat it pacifist to top us all. So.
Wow, I missed that one. I got to like 6-4. I'd only started playing the game pretty recently, so I hadn't actually completed the game at that point, and I still haven't. But I'm working on it. It's certainly a fun game. Wish I was there for more Ninja Gaiden action.
And the funny thing is that the one-upsmanship extends to Sinister 1, because once he heard about J-Man playing through the game Pacifist, and J-Man did it on his own stream after Summer Games Done Quick.
Sinister.
Sinister 1 had to, and he's still at it. Like he's still now he wants to be the Nika video time, which is like 19 minutes something on seconds.
Yeah, Pacifist Ninja Gaiden is, if you don't know, it's really difficult. You get a fair amount of health, but you have to use all of it to damage boost, and you got to really think about what you're going to do. And there's some places which are nearly impossible.
Yeah, and birds are even worse than in normal playthrough because they do 3 damage, and you can't just slash them. So.
And the jetpack ninjas, forget it.
Yeah.
So what exactly are the rules? I know you can't kill enemies, but can you collect health ups or time stops or shoot projectiles?
You don't collect anything. You can collect stuff, but you can't use it. And you can't collect your life refill or anything.
And you can't slash the projectiles that enemies are shooting at you.
No.
Right.
That's correct.
That is correct. You cannot.
Alright, I'm going to roll into these last few questions. There's one we had on here, I guess it's not written down anymore. Just asking Essentia what it was like, having it at your house. You got your kids about and all that. Is it fine or...?
Yeah, well, my kids, they actually stayed with Denton's parents for most of the time.
Alright.
During the marathon.
Oh,
yeah, last year they were here for most of the time at the house, and that was just a lot harder. They had kind of a hard time with it, so this year we decided that they'd stay with grandparents for most of the time, and it worked out a lot better.
Oh.
But they did come over a few times.
Aside from that, it's pretty easy, I guess, just a lot to clean up afterwards, or...?
Yeah, lots of laundry. I had lots of towels to wash. Yeah, but actually, it was nice because on the last day after everyone had left, Zyre and Darkwing Duck stayed around and they helped move furniture, put everything back, and a lot of the cleaning and stuff. So it was really nice that I got help from others.
Well, then would you do it again?
Oh yeah. Denton's already making food plans for next year.
Oh no!
The rumor is that
dedication.
So much soda at this one that Denton wants to install a soda fountain for the next one.
Yeah.
Oh man.
What about AGDQ? Can he bring some food to that? Because that would help me out a bunch.
To hire him?
Yeah.
Well, I know he'd be willing to do food runs again, like he did last time we were at AGDQ.
That would make things a lot easier. We'd have a lot less adventures, but still.
Yeah.
Well, I think Prevent Cancer is also willing to provide food for us again.
Yeah, that was good.
That was really nice.
The heart attack pizza.
The heart attack pizza was the best pizza.
Can we just get 20 of those next time? Instead of messing around with all this margarita and buffalo chicken, just get 20 heart attack pizzas.
Yeah.
Hamburger was
Oh, weed out the men, boys.
Hamburger was the top.
I missed out on the heart attack selection.
You really did.
Well, yeah, we'll have fights for it. Let's go, grrr, and just tear at it with our mouths.
Teeth only, right?
Yeah, exactly, teeth only.
No hands. All right. So here's a very interesting question. I'm not sure how this worked its way on here, but what did we learn from this year's SGDQ?
Yeah.
Who wrote that?
Yeah. This sounds like I'm now in a Sesame Street episode.
Yeah, but what did we learn this year,
You
children?
are.
I learned that you should share your ice cream.
Or
We
maybe
could-
you learn nothing at all.
We're skipping that one. So, oh,
We
what
learned
ball?
that
should
game
not
choice
judge
is not
gameplay.
as important as we thought.
Yeah, I guess it isn't. Okay, what's this one about? So, what brought in most of the donations? Actually, where did the money come in?
Final Fantasy VI. Like
Yeah, the name thing
like
went
if
crazy.
you look at the graphs, it's like
We have those graphs. We can show those.
yeah,
Oh, do we?
yeah, it's ridiculous because Final Fantasy VI was literally something like a quarter of the donations.
Wow.
Yeah, because the naming things throughout the thing were really low. It was like
I lied. It was actually this game, Soundwave World Cup, that's on stream right now. That was the big money maker.
Game
Right
looks
there. The game was
What?
intense.
is it like Pong? Right, you have to destroy the blocks, or
Yeah, no, you got to put it in the other person's goal. So yeah, it's kind of.
I'm sorry. I gotta turn on. I
Oh.
gotta turn on audio for this. You just have to hear this intense battle. It's
Yeah.
it's ridiculous.
okay, hang on.
Come on! Oh, come on! This is ridiculous! Oh, no!
This looks like the best game ever.
Come on! No, get out there! No, stay over there! Stay over there! No! Oh my god, come on! You gotta get me! Oh, no, 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 no! Oh, oh, no!
Rock wins again.
Okay.
Wow, that was something else.
That was
That's incredible.
fantastic game.
I have a feeling that game was never meant to be played that like
That
That is-
seriously or intense.
yeah.
Wow.
All right,
It's
so
funny,
where
'cause, like most of the stages, the matches end after like 5 seconds. It's just
Oh,
because
yeah,
of the way they're
yeah.
designed. But that one, I don't even know.
Yeah. And
Okay.
so yeah, what we learned is that the power pack is an awesome thing, and Deathstark is an awesome person for having one.
Yeah,
That's
it's a
what we
good
learned.
idea, yeah.
was that like the big PSU things again, or
No. It's
Power pack?
a cart that can hold pretty much every. It's a Super Nintendo cart that can hold pretty much every
Oh.
Super Nintendo ROM on it.
oh right, it's one of the like 50-in-1 things I used to get for Game Boy and all that. Yeah, I know. what
You can put whatever
You
you
can put like an
Yeah,
SD.
almost he said it's a SNES flash cart.
Yeah. You put the SD card in it, don't you?
Right.
Yeah.
Or whatever. Yeah. All right. So I guess we can do chat questions. I should have done that earlier. Feasel, you can do chat questions. No,
course.
PJ can do them. PJ, you do them.
Jesus.
So while you guys are picking up questions, on a more serious note, what we did learn is that even for a smaller location like Summer Games Done Quick, we do need better audio equipment. So we'll be looking into that for the next Summer Games Done Quick.
Can we get mics, attached mics to each individual runner?
I don't know about that because they might get too loud for the individual.
Yeah, that might not be
I
necessary.
think as long as we just have a mixer that prevents like really high pitched and low end sounds, so it prevents over peaking. Then
That would be very helpful for certain
Right.
games like Final Fantasy VIII.
ATs.
Like at least one more mic would really do a good job, like for the
Yes.
runner to speak, because like in every one of these marathons, when the runner's talking, everybody's silent. The audio is really quiet, but then when everybody starts talking, it's just significantly louder. So
I
if there was
think
someone to
maybe-
put the runner's volume at the same level of volume as the room.
I think you might need one if you're doing that for the person reading donation comments, because sometimes that's really quiet considering
Yeah, no, we do need a mic for the person reading
they
donations.
seem to be getting further and further away from the actual mic.
Right. Well, the thing you really need is just like an auto volume equalizer, just so when the room explodes into laughter, or applause, you don't get blown out.
Yeah, you don't
And the
get
singing,
destroyed.
too.
Yeah, the singing doesn't make everybody mute their stream.
I think that's the biggest complaint, really, is that people just, say, "Oh, my ears" every time. Some of the times.
All right, PJ, read these questions out.
All right, I'm gonna start with this one from Poo Train. He says, "PJ, why don't you tell them where the Sunday sequence break name really came from?" And I thought it was like someone in my chat who pointed it out to me, but Pootrain proved me wrong.
He proved you wrong.
Proved me wrong. Yeah, he found like some posts in the archives of the forums where when Mercury Zelda and Lag.com did the podcast, and Pootrain was like, you should name it something really cool that has the word sequence break in it.
Nah, we didn't name it something cool at all. You can't say we copied that.
He's got the proof. Timestamped.
Did he edit it in, though?
Chat logged. Yeah. Yep.
Well, we had way better names. It's just we didn't think they'd be appropriate for speedrunning.
Yeah,
Just
I don't know.
look forward to AGDQ 2013, the special edition of Easy Feezy's Late Night Sexy Cast, coming at you live.
The no pants edition.
Yes.
No shirts, no pants. Just Easy Feezy. He's not even going to talk. He's just going to be on camera. Okay, what's the Seawolf? What was the most hyped prize? Because we didn't have a sword this year. Well, this marathon.
It's true, no weapons.
No weapons were to be won. So, I mean, what got the most love?
Worlds of Power.
Oh, no.
Like cherry pop.
Like, I don't know why I thought that would be hilarious to start reading off lines from that during Rockman and Forte, but I went back and watched it and I was, oh god.
It was perfect. Don't worry about it. They were doing it before you anyway, so don't worry about it.
Yeah, I remember insisting that nobody read that stuff during my games.
Yeah.
But seriously, the Bowser clown car perler, that one was really hot prize. We had a lot of really good Zelda prizes, like the baby outfit, the baby Link outfit. What else was there? There were
The Triforce.
Yeah, there was the Triforce, and then there was the Lunk versus Dark Lunk picture. That was good.
I saw the Kirby picture was quite popular too. There were a bunch
the
of
Kirby picture was really awesome too.
there were a bunch of plushies too, but we didn't really get to see those. So, all right, PJ, we got more questions. Keep going.
All right, Pootrain
I
has.
see. Whenever I see that, I just think that Fiza would make the greatest uncle ever. All right, go for it, PJ.
So Pootrain asks, will there be an attendance cap on the next SGDQ? And I'll extend that to the next AGDQ too. Attendance cap at any marathon? Question mark.
Okay. I can't really answer for Summer Games Done Quick because that's more of an Essentia thing than Essentia and Denton than me. But for Awesome Games Done Quick, I don't think there'll need to be an attendance cap this year. Maybe next year, because I mean, if growth is like it has been in previous years, it'll probably be 120 to 130 people attending, which is still very manageable for the 4-H center, and we can still hold enough people for it. As long as we get another conference room, we should be fine.
I'm just thinking, if we go up to 120, how many tacos is that going to be? Because there are like 90 in that box already, and that was when half the people had gone.
Yeah.
Yes.
And how many heart attack pizzas will we need?
Oh my god, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
3 heart attack pizzas.
These are the important questions.
And UA asked a good question, but I can't remember what it is anymore, so I'll have to ask. He did ask a question about the audio equipment. Yes, Prevent Cancer Foundation. They know of a company who's done audio tech for them before, and they said they'd ask them if they can lend some audio equipment for
nice.
the next Awesome Games Done Quick.
That's cool.
That would help.
Yes, that would help a lot. Because we definitely need, I thought we would only need the more elaborate microphone setup for Awesome Games Done Quick, but we'll also need it for Summer Games Done Quick too.
So just thinking of mentioning the Preventing Cancer Foundation, how did the Organization for Autism Research respond
to the marathon?
This year. How did they?
They loved it. They were glad with how much of a success it was, and they loved how much money we raised for them. In fact, I
I'm invited to their annual chairman's dinner tomorrow, so I'll be attending that. So that'll be pretty cool.
Oh wow.
Awesome.
Might
Is
get
that
in there with
for,
the connections now.
Yeah.
Did that fund 2 grants? Is that what it was?
Yeah. I mean that is enough to fund 2 grants.
Did we
Nice.
name one last year? Because we got to name it, didn't we?
Yes. Essentia
How-
got to choose the research study. I don't remember the research study, unfortunately.
It had to do with early intervention.
Oh, okay, that's good.
Yeah.
I thought we got to name it too. We could name it whatever we wanted.
No,
Or
I
did I
don't think we
make that
actually got to name it. They just gave us a list of a bunch of them. We could choose which one we wanted to fund.
Alright, right. I remember that bit. I swear, maybe I dreamt that.
Yeah, there was a choice of maybe 6 or 7.
Alright, so I'm going to ask this one because PJ refuses to, apparently. Surreal wants to know if Flicky Surreal and I will be racing at Apescape 3. Will we be allowed to play it? Mike?
Not too likely.
Put
Oh.
him on the spot.
Yeah, way to put him on the spot
Okay,
there.
hang on. Feasel, you ask him.
You're putting me on the spot here. So.
Feasel, you ask him.
Well,
That's what this whole show is for,
spot
Mike.
already answered. I mean,
Just buttering him up for 2 hours.
Oh.
Pretty please.
Don't worry, I'll go to Essentia's house. So she's probably got lots of butter left over.
We do, actually.
Oh, actually, we never got to the attendance cap for Summer Games Done Quick.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Well, I only have so much room here at the house where people can sleep. Unless we have people start camping out in the backyard or something.
I
Yeah,
like that
gazebo
idea
happen.
if it was later in the summer. You know?
Well, yeah, that's the other thing. UA asked whether it'll still be in May next year or if it'll be later in the summer, and we're planning later in the summer.
Yes.
The main reason why we did it around Memorial Day weekend this year is so that we could accommodate for the European marathon that's going on in August. But everyone agreed, and I remember talking to Essentia at Summer Games during Summer Games Done Quick that we agreed that it'd be better if we did it actually in the summer. Probably more like late June, early July would be better.
Yeah.
One thing
Yeah.
you accidentally managed with that one is it was a 3-day weekend for a lot of Europe that weekend too.
Really?
So yeah, quite a lot of Europe had that Monday off.
Oh, wow.
Cool.
So you managed that one quite nicely.
That explains the 5,000 viewers at 5 in the morning for Bomberman Race.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was one really weird thing about the marathon is that while the viewer counts are consistently around 3,000 to 5,000, it made no sense what games have really high viewer counts and what
Yeah,
games,
it wasn't logical at all.
Yeah.
like the peak viewer count was during Final Fantasy VIII Part 1 at 5,500.
They had loads of people showing in or up around then because Twitch
Yeah.
were going nuts for it, promoting it all as well, and there were lots of interest, which was good to get it early on because I think people come back if they come in early. So
Yeah, but the weird thing was that after the 64 Bomberman games, which had like 5,000 viewers, we did Final Fantasy VIII Part 2, and then it went down to something like 3,800. So I don't really get it.
Yeah, SimCity had a huge count, and then it plummeted immediately afterwards.
yeah.
Okay, I just put up this graph, but it's completely illegible at this resolution. So just go to the SDA forum if you want to see some of these stats.
Alright, let's do these 2 questions here. We'll roll through these and then we'll wrap up the show because it's getting about 2.5 hours, which is long, good length. But so Pooh Train wants to know if we could have any game that's not been at a marathon yet. What would it be? I'm gonna put in the games that we personally don't run, just to make that a bit simpler. I mean, PJ, what do you want? What game, if you could have any game, except for one you're running?
I really want to see Quest 64.
I'm not gonna lie, me too, actually.
Proper time slot, proper marathon space.
Yep. Yep, it would be huge
In
for
prime
sure.
time, Saturday night. Hype it
It's
up.
cleaned up and bonus stream both years.
Yeah.
Man,
Definitely,
well, I
that's
already
my
saw-
number one vote.
well,
After that, I'd say.
Castlevania 2.
Oops, sorry.
No, go ahead. That's what?
After that, I'd say Goof Troop 2-player.
Goof
Oh,
Troop.
yeah.
Oh, that's a great
That'd
one.
be sweet. That would be sweet.
Yeah, because Cypher's would be there. Maybe Blackie will be there. Maybe.
Yeah, the problem with that is that we don't know if Blecky will be there.
Because they could also do.
Doesn't he live in
Chippendale.
New York too? Don't they?
Yes,
like,
he also lives in New York, so he could also
Right.
take a Chinatown
Why
bus
would
down. I don't know.
It's gonna be a whole
I don't
caravan
know.
of people.
you saying he can't afford the $1 bus?
I don't
It
know.
doesn't cost anything. There's a whole
I mean,
bunch of
maybe
people.
he's just a hobo who lives at who bums off of Cypher's internet. I don't know.
Cypher made him run Goof Troop for residence.
Exactly.
So I think
I will give you a hot, open-faced turkey sandwich and you road trip with me.
I would really like to see SSBM stuff do Apescape at a marathon because I think that would go down a bomb because of how broken it is, and I think it will really surprise people too. I'd say I'm quite fond of that game. Aside from that, if someone just killed a game that's monstrously hard, like one of the new Ninja Gaiden games on Master Ninja mode, if they just smash through that, I think that would get a ton of money and a ton of hype for the marathon, because every year people ask that, because it's sort of known as the hardest games of this generation. So
Well,
I think
know
it'd be
Caleb
sweet to
Hart's
see.
working on Ninja Gaiden
Yeah,
Black.
the Ninja Gaiden games are some of the hardest games.
I have heard rumors, although I don't know if this is still true, that Frezzy is working on one of those as well.
I know he really likes the games.
He wanted to. He's
have
tried
not
to start a bunch.
actually-
I don't know if he's
haven't
actually doing it.
actually, like working on it though.
I toyed around with Sigma 2 recently, and I just don't think it would be that fun.
I know
could do
Caleb
it.
Hart has interest in running Black.
Yeah, he has been doing some runs of Black. But yeah, I toyed with Sigma 2, and it's all right. It's just not that fun at the moment. So, I mean, Essentia, is there any game you really want to see?
I would really like to see Donkey Kong Country Returns.
Yeah,
Oh, there you go.
that would be
I
cool.
think, yeah, that would be a really cool run to see.
It'd take a lot of work as well. That's a long game.
Yeah.
So, I mean, Feasel, you mentioned. Did you already mention something?
Oh, I mean, Castlevania. I've seen Castlevania 2, and I've seen Paperboy, so I can die happy.
But
Maybe
you would want to
haven't
see.
had your chance to get Castle Excellent.
Yeah.
Castle, yeah, I mean,
Chance to hear Castle Excellent.
right, and have people donate to turn the music off. So it's a really short run. I mean, that
It's
could
it's the only game I've seen you run with on mute.
unmute. Yes, exactly, because I can't stand it. Yeah, well then Hydelight is this close second. That's pretty bad too. But that will never be an American, I guarantee. But yeah, Castle Excellent, and that's only like 12 minutes or something. That's still a pretty short run, so that could fit in the setup block.
I think it would have to be not a donation war to turn the music off, but a donation war versus volume up and volume down.
Every $50 it goes down. Every
Yeah.
50, or $100 down, $50 up.
$50, and Kurt Q does a Die Hard world record attempt for the day.
God.
All right, Duckfist, is there anything you want to see?
Pretty much more Mega Man. Just
More
just keep piling it on.
I want to see Mega Man 4 done by you. Beat Ago Record live.
I want to see
Yeah,
Mega
I'd like to see
Man
that.
Soccer and Mega Man Battletoads.
Dude, okay, Mega Man Soccer would be a good bonus game. But
Commanders.
All right, Uyama, what you got? Last one.
What do I have? Well, kind of funny thing about Quest 64 is that it's having an idea stewing in my head. Although I think this is actually kind of a bad idea now that I think about this, of a Quest 64 versus Superman 64 donation war.
Oh, well, that could be good.
Could be.
You'd
good.
have to find someone to finish Superman 64.
That's
the
true,
problem.
though.
But
That's the
Superman
problem.
64 is like 2-something hours long. It's really monotonous.
Yeah, it's kind of. it's
Super Mario
kind of
64 is really monotonous.
Like if it was 12 minutes long, that would be a good idea.
I actually just thought of one. I would like to see Secret of Evermore. Actually, is a game I would always want to kind of see run live, and it's not too long.
Actually, on a more serious note, actually one game that I like to see in a marathon because I've just been playing through it a lot recently is Rayman Origins. Because that's actually a really good platformer.
All those sort of reboots of the 2D platformers have been really good, and really good for speedruns too.
Yeah, that's true. Like, and Rayman Origins is no exception. Like, there's just a lot of good mechanics in it that are good for speedruns. Like, and you can tell that they geared a lot of the stages so that they're pretty speedrun friendly, even if you're not doing any shortcuts.
Alright, cool. And then here's the last question. We'll just do this one and then we'll wrap it up because I need to sleep. Rom Scout asks, of course. Rom Scout, are we locked into the PCF and OAR charities now, or do you think we'll change? Or I mean, it's kind of a tough question, isn't it? Really?
Yeah, it is a tough question. For Awesome Games Done Quick, I would say that we are locked into the Prevent Cancer Foundation because they're really great to work with and they are local to the area. And
they've been so good to us as well.
Yeah, they've been so good to us. Like, you know, they get us food, and they're going to help us try to get sponsorships this year. So they're really going to help us out with that. As far as the organization for autism research, that's more, I guess, up to Essentia and the community rather than me. I really like the Organization for Autism Research, but if people wanted to focus on some other good cause, then I wouldn't be averse to that.
Yeah, I agree too.
Yeah, it's kind of always hard to change charities because of
it's
how
hard
it might be misconstrued, you know. But yeah, anyway, cool. That's SGDQ wrap-up show. I know after going to Awesome Games Done Quick that we probably could have filled this show for another 7 or 8 hours.
Oh yeah.
I know the
In fact, it was
AG
almost becoming a game suggestion topic.
Yeah.
Like when I was looking at the chat, I'm like, uh-oh.
We'll cut it out there. I know AGDQ retrospective show. We'll probably do it like we did this year and just do it throughout the year.
Yeah, just do it up until Summer Games Done Quick.
Yeah.
So I mean, it was really cool what I saw of it. It went really well.
Yeah, it was
the games. It wasn't like the quality wasn't any lower than AGDQ. Game wise. So and we got to see a bunch of cool stuff that I'm quite. I guess it makes your job for scheduling AGDQ even harder now. Because you can put any game on there and it will get views.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know. I mean, it yes and no, because AGDQ viewer numbers were a lot more consistent with like the relative popularity of the game and everything.
Yeah.
So I don't think. I mean, maybe it'll be the same Summer Games as with the viewer counts, but somehow I don't think so.
All right. So that means we'll be seeing Pokemon and some Zelda game at AGDQ. Alright, so cool. Thanks very much, obviously, to Essentia and Yarn for coming on the show. And I guess double special thanks for Essentia for hosting everything. I know everybody's really grateful.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. Thank you for hosting such a successful event. And we'll try harder next year to make it a bigger success.
Oh, that's okay, Mike. It's just another episode for me.
Do you guys have any quick shout-outs? I know you want to go to bed.
Yeah,
but,
shout-outs. Yeah, shout-outs. Mike, Essentia, shout-outs?
Alright, I'd like to give a shout-out for Mort the Chicken for amazing cutscenes. I'd like to give a shout-out for Denton for, I know I've said this a lot, but he was really amazingly providing for us, and Essentia for letting us crash into her house and just being nerdy and sweaty in general. And making a mess of the house.
Wait, her being nerdy and sweaty?
No, us.
Alright.
Oh yeah, I like to thank Celeste for being the clutchest Sonic 2 runner out there.
And I'd just like to thank everyone who came to the marathon and played their games. Everyone did a good job. And everyone who watched, because, without the chat, it just wouldn't be the same.
Yeah, it's cool. And Essentia, I guess if you got anyone to say thanks to?
Well, big thanks to Mike for doing a lot of the organizing. I really wasn't involved with a whole lot of that, the game schedule and everything. So big thanks to him. I know he did a lot of the work for the marathon. And thanks to everyone who watched and donated, and everyone who came. You were all really good. We had a good time. So yeah.
Oh, I almost forgot. Big thanks for UA for doing all the tech stuff. Next year, I'm going to throw you off the chair so you can take a break.
UA is also, I guess this is a good time to mention, he's already uploading runs.
Yes, he is. For summer games.
Trying to quickly find a link.
We'll mention that again when it's complete on the show, when it's up like we did for AGDQ.
Yeah.
And all that sort of stuff, so if you do forget about it, we'll remind you.
It's going to be filled into the schedule, I guess. Schedule page.
There's the archive link too, yes.
Oh, okay, there we go.
Yeah, I was trying to find the archive page.
If someone beat you to it. Oh no, there's an animated GIF of Contra 3. Sweet.
Oh wow.
Alright, so yeah, of course, thanks to you guys for being on the show. Thanks again to Feasel, PJ, and double thanks for Duckfist for being a guest and technical director, as per usual.
Yeah, thank you.
Double thanks again to Duckfist for actually, first of all, taking footage while he was there instead of just hanging out,
Feasel.
and then second of all, actually doing something with it instead of being try-hacks and just
Whoa.
I got it.
Yeah, no
I
problem.
think the only
worked
time
on it
that
mostly
footage,
today, but,
the only
so
time
it's
that
fun.
Tri-Hex footage will be seen is if he accidentally leaves it on the camera and brings it to the next marathon.
Yeah. Or if he
But
gets it to Annie before he leaves.
And again, so thanks Duckfist doing a lot of the work. Feasel doing the footage and interviews while they're there as well. And we'll see you next week. We don't have a game yet, but maybe Wind Waker?
Well, I mean...
No.
We'll
find something. We'll find something.
Maybe Cosmo's too famous for you now. You should have caught him before he was doing the Wind Waker.
Oh, I don't know. He said ages ago that he was keen to do a show, so I'm gonna
Okay, that's cool.
copy paste that timestamp to him from February and be like, "Hey man, you said you'd do it."
For something completely different.
If we have chat log, Siglemic said he was going to be on the show next week.
He did too. So, Siglamic Cosmo will be on next week for Wind Waker. We'll hit our max view account by about 1,000 views. No, but we're not sure about what's going to be on next week. But I mean, Wind Waker will plan. It'll be on sometime this set of episodes, and if not, we'll fill in something. I want to do Tony Hawk's at some point. Have we got any other ideas? We got a whole list, haven't we?
Yeah, we've got a whole
We do
list.
have a whole list of ideas.
Tony Hawk.
Where is this list? We
I
have a
gotcha.
list?
Yeah.
List.
Crap.
Good
Don't worry
coordination.
about it.
Yeah, we're all good. We're a team, damn it.
Yes.
Not a very
At
good
least
team.
list. So I can be
For
a
at
team
least
member.
2 hours a week, we're a team.
Yes.
I know.
Ooh, I like that one. Portal's a good one.
Yeah, well, we were going to do Portal. I sent
Portal was
Feasel
on the
off on a...
list.
Yeah, Romscout was.
What, you set me up? What are you talking about?
We sent Feasel off on a goodwill mission to talk to Zimbabwe to see if
No,
he
you
was
didn't.
cool enough to do the show.
Did you?
Yeah? Well, I mentioned it to PJ.
I didn't hear it.
So anyway, yeah, cool. Come check us out next week. We will have a show. We're back to normal broadcast time. Again, thanks to our guests, and we'll see you next week. Yeah, that's it.
Cool. Thanks, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Or
Splinterface.
What's the frog by Feasel? What was that?
Bye.
You know what the worst part about this episode is? It could have been like easily an hour longer if we wanted to go on other.
I didn't say anything racist this week, at least.
That's the volume control.